Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'd like to welcome you to our TopstepTV opening call, and way to go. You're at the right place at the right time. We have an exciting and informative and educational programming for you today and throughout this week. As you may remember, we would be your trading buddy, your trading mentor, newscaster, fellow trader, and yes, even that guy on YouTube that loves Fridays so much he can't contain himself. Okay, it is Friday. Yes, it is. And as you do see there, we've got a strapping, handsome young man. JD, how you doing today?
What's up, Eddie? How are you? Excited to be here. Thanks for having me. Well, I'm like half nervous, half excited. I haven't been live with you guys in a while. I feel like you get a little rusty after a while. I'm hoping I don't butcher this thing, you know?
You're not going to, because it's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
I love your sound effects.
It's Friday, baby. Yeah, we got JD sitting in for John Hoagland, and John's in the Everglades hunting alligators. So we'll see what he comes back with. I think he's coming back. He's got a week off, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'll be here with you through Wednesday. Hoag will be back next Thursday. So he's got taking a nice week off.
All right. So this is JD, John Doherty. You might know him from... you might know him a little bit better from Home Improvement as Al Borland.
Very nice. Very nice.
He is JD here today. So let's kick into this news. We got some stuff hitting the fan here today, and what is that stuff that does hit the fan? It's oh yeah, Cool Whip has hit the fan here today. We had the non-farm coming out here, and that was pretty skewed. We had what was it prior? 227 expectation. It was 170 and coming out at 336. JD's going to break that down a little bit better. Fed's Daily suggests that there is a diminished need for further rate increases. Cooling the labor market and continuing tightening in the financial conditions may mean that there is less need for the Fed to lift interest rates this year. So since they've been sort of a little hawkish here, we'll see what happens. ExxonMobil digging deep in the pocket here, just recently looking to buy Pioneer Natural Resources, and they're looking for to purchase that, and I think they're talking about $60 billion. So that's a hefty sum. But JD, what do we got on this non-farm, and what do you got for us?
You know, today's number was just booming, and I think it kind of changes the perspective a little bit. It kind of started earlier this week, Tuesday, with that JOLTS report. The data there showed kind of job openings were increasing, but hiring was kind of slowing down, which is kind of signaling that the tighter labor market that you mentioned, which also in turn is sort of a signal that the Feds wanted to keep rates higher for longer, which we learned after the last Fed meeting, right? Then we had the ADP employment number out on Wednesday. It showed reported private job growth totaling just 89,000 jobs for the month, which is well below the estimates. I think the estimates are around 160,000 or so. Then yesterday we saw an uptick in jobless claims for the first time in quite a few weeks. It was a little below analyst estimates, but there's still a chance for revision there. And now this morning we were expecting that rise of 170,000 jobs. The expectation was that was the expectation, 170. The expectation was that any more than that, and the market would take it as sort of a good news is bad news type of scenario, meaning that an overly strong job economy could possibly trigger another rate hike at the next Fed meeting in November. And what did we see? Yeah, we saw that booming 336,000 jobs, you know.
Right, and that Cool Whip hit the fan.
Yep.
How low can you go?
That was my question watching this stuff here.
Yesterday, there was less than a 20% chance of another rate hike at the November Fed meeting. And I'm kind of anxious to see what that number will look like by the end of the day today.
Yeah. You know, I was looking at some of the eco news here. Our friends up north, our Canadian friends, dare they had an employment change. They had a prior 39.9 expectations, only 20,000 people getting jobs. Well, it kicked in that 63.8 thousand had gotten jobs. So I think they might have opened up a few more Tim Horton donut shops up north. So a lot of people up there get off the couch there, and get the job. So, big number.
Oh,
But what? Anything else you got for us, JD?
oh, just run through a couple quick things. We got the VIX trading at 19.68 right now. U.S. dollar index is at 106.83. Yield on the 10-year note is 4.86. Markets in Asia, we see closed mostly higher. Markets in Europe were trading higher until that non-farm payroll number came out, and stocks in the U.S. are obviously on their lows right now.
I was watching it. It hit. It looked like it was going to recover. We had some buyers coming in trying to save it. The sellers said ixnay, pushed it back down again. I see gold trying to recover. Crude made a nice run to the top side, but once again getting pulled down. But anyway, to finish out the news here today, sad day here in Chicago. It's sort of a sad, good day here, but the sadness is Hall of Famer Dick Butkus, considered by many of the greatest middle linebacker in the history, actually one of the meanest, has passed. He was 80 years old, and he played 9 seasons for the Bears, starting in 1965. What a great year, and was named to 8 Pro Bowls. And yes, the Bears won. I stayed up for that one. And Powerball jackpot tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Saturday night's drawing would be the 3rd largest in Powerball history. We're looking at about 1.5 billion. So get your ass out there and buy a ticket.
I, for one, did not stay up and watch the Bears game. I saw the first quarter, and then I fell asleep.
Are you a Bears fan?
I am a Bears fan, but they've been less than exciting to me so far this year.
And let that be a lesson to all of you. Nobody, and I mean nobody, beats the Chicago Bears 15 straight times.
Oh, what? Hey. All right. Let's take a nice little walk over to the charts. And JD, what do you got for us?
Yeah, for sure. Let's start with this daily in our E-mini S&P contract. This is the daily chart for the December contract. Yesterday, in all, we traded in a 42 handle range, did about 1.7 million in volume, and added just over 13,000 in open interest. Just going to run over yesterday's price action real quick. Basically, an inside day yesterday. We never really extended above or below Wednesday's range. Volume was lower. Open interest was pretty good. Those things are kind of to be expected the day before a big economic release like this morning's job report. Just low market participation in general. This move up on Wednesday, we actually lost 31,000 in open interest on this. It kind of signals some possible short covering ahead of this morning's number, which was more than likely. We haven't seen back-to-back green bars on the daily chart since September 13th and 14th, right back here, this bear flag. Tuesday, we broke down below this minor bear flag on some other jobs day. That was the JOLTS number. I call it minor because there's only like a 4-day pattern compared to this 7-day pattern up here. But again, Tuesday we closed below this flag line on the JOLTS number. Wednesday, we had a nice bear trap, tested weekly kickoff low, then ripped higher on decent volume. Yesterday we closed just above last week's low. Here we are trading. Earlier this morning, we were back trading inside of this channel line, going back to the July highs up here. For today, there's a couple levels I'm keeping my eye on. The 4310 area, which we were holding pretty steady overnight. It's a high going back to last October. And I was going to call it as our line in the sand today before this payrolls number came out. And it held tight. I wish we would have started the stream a little earlier. Maybe I could have been called right on something. But let's take a quick look at our 30-minute now. Let me throw some profiles up. So another quick note on yesterday's price action. It was an inside day, like I said. We spent the entire regular trading hour session inside Wednesday's range, but closed kind of outside of value. I believe Hogue will call this a bit of a late spike. There's been range-bound trading activity ahead of the big number. We had a weekly low here that we made here during Wednesday's overnight session. Overnight inventory was looking to be a little long heading into the jobs number. Now you can see we took out yesterday's low, we took out Wednesday's low, and we're heading towards a weekly kickoff low right now. We have a couple naked points of control up here that I was kind of targeting earlier, 43.20, 43.62 up here and here. They were looking like potential targets, and then that knee-jerk reaction to the jobs number just slapped prices right down. Now, yes, we've obviously been in some consolidation the last 3 trading sessions here. We're moving sideways in a downtrend was decreasing volume. Participation this week was decreasing. It's for a number of reasons. Yes, today we did have that non-farm payrolls job. So we saw some potential short covering ahead of that, and just people staying out of the way in general, sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what happens. But there's something else that we should be noting. We have a national holiday coming up on Monday. It's Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day. So banks are closed, bond markets are closed, schools are closed. So people could just be stepping away for gearing up for that long weekend, Just to note, the New York Stock Exchange is open on Monday. This is not a stock market holiday, so index futures will be open and active.
And we'll be here. We'll be here too.
We'll be here also, yep. But I do anticipate some low participation. And now look at this move after the number. Here we are, hovering around weekly kickoff low. My next target to the downside is taking out this week overnight low from Wednesday.
Here come the buyers again. Let's see how long that lasts.
Oh, yeah. A little bounce coming in. Let's take a peek at our NASDAQ chart. First, let's check in the chat. Hey, Dan Trader, good to see you too. Just taking a quick peek. All right, now here's our daily of the December contract in the NASDAQ. In all, NASDAQ traded in a 250-point range yesterday, did 667,000 in volume, and only added 741 in open interest. We're seeing a lot more balance here compared to the S&P. NASDAQ has been holding up a lot better than the S&P the last 2 weeks. We're looking at about 10 trading days of balance right now, approaching 11. We're just basically range trading here. Similar to the ES, though, we do see this 50-session moving average sidling up nicely to the 10-session moving average. Now, this line right here, I kind of drew it this morning. I grew up on technical analysis. Some of you might be familiar with my father, Jack Doherty. He's a coach here. He's been trading for 50 years. I learned a lot.
Yeah, good friend of everyone's.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So I learned technical analysis early on, and I do think that there's value in the ability to read chart patterns. So I've been looking at this kind of head and shoulders type pattern, and I drew this neckline. Now, some chart peers might not agree with where I draw my lines, but they're not paying my bills, right?
Hey, JD, real quick here.
Yep.
PBJ, Peanut Butter and Jelly, was asking, what is a naked point of control?
It's a point of control from a previous trading session that has not been revisited during regular trading hours in following sessions.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you, some guy, and thank you, JD. There you go.
You got it. Anyway, I'm watching how this neckline kind of intersects with Hogue's weekly kickoff low here. They're both, down here. They're both kind of holding steady right now. What's it telling me? It's telling me that we've got potentially a whole lot of stops building up underneath there, and we all know what happens when you start visualizing where the stops are. Those cosmic forces that be.
Ooh, voodoo.
They've already picked your brain, and the market's heading right for them, right? Markets are always way ahead of you, and the predetermined plan is to make a move, run all those stops, and take out as many as possible, as many weak-handed traders as possible, right?
All right. What do we got on? What do we got on the 30 there?
Let's take a peek. Are we running a little long here?
Just want to
Sure, keep it moving along. I got
forward. That's my job.
Let me throw up those profiles. Here is our 30-minute. So this is looking a little bit more like the S&P this week, or we've got our last 5 days of balance with a weak test of our weekly kickoff low back here during Wednesday's overnight session. These dotted lines, I'm sure Hogus told you, these are opening ranges, the first minute of trading for each session. I was just noticing, look how tight these opening ranges have all been the last 5 days. Traders are just kind of jockeying around for position. We see volume slowly declining these past 3 days heading into today. That tells me people are standing on the sidelines. Maybe the pea shooters are trying to play the ranges, but more than likely it was just bots chopping each other up, cannibalizing each other. Last night we spent the bulk of the session trading inside value, kind of hovering around this point of control. Overnight inventory was pretty balanced before the jobs number, and then we went right out to take out yesterday's low. It looked like for a minute we were going to open with a gap, but now we see a little bit of buying coming in right now. My next target to the downside will be this week overnight low here from Wednesday. And then obviously if we open back inside of value, I'd like to see another test of Wednesday's highs. All right, moving on. We're gonna speed this up a little.
Crude? What do we got in the crude here?
Oh yeah, we're on a crude oil now. Here is our daily of the November crude contract. Yesterday, November traded in nearly a $3 range, settled at 82.31, down $1.91 on the day. Traded 291,000 contracts, lost 12,000 in open interest. Now, crude is down 8% in just the last 2 trading days. That's the steepest drop we've seen since May, all the way back here. I read this morning the biggest one-day drop that we've seen in over a year, I think it was. Just an impressive move. This move has just been a bloodbath for the longs who are looking to hit that. We're targeting that $100 a barrel mark. Now, fundamentally, there's a lot of moving parts to this market right now. The Saudis are sticking with their $1 million a day barrel cut for the rest of the year. Analysts are saying that the high demand season is over, and even the weak job data is kind of affecting this market right now. We melted right through our weekly kickoff low earlier this week. So we're seeing acceptance of lower prices right now. And now we're just kind of hovering below these highs here from early August, which I would target around 83.50 or so. My next downside targets I'm looking at, these are highs from April at around 80. And then the highs of this little bear flag going back to July at 76.40. Let me pull up a 30-minute chart.
Let's skip to the 30, yeah.
Yep.
In about 5 minutes.
Okay. I'm going.
No rush. I'm just rushing you.
I get a little long-winded when I'm excited. Okay, here's our 30-minute. So yesterday we opened with a gap lower. Tried to fill it right after the regular trading hours open, but we came about 15 cents shy of it. So we got a little gap right around here. Now we spent the bulk of the session trading inside of value, but below yesterday's point of control and just below settlement. Overnight inventory was a little short ahead of the jobs number, but we came back and we're trading inside of value again. We're back in range, back in value from yesterday. Overall, I think this market is pretty weak right now, but it's looking like we're going to get some higher prices going in the long weekend, possibly some short covering. All right, moving on to gold. Speeding it up.
Yes,
some
gold.
Interesting things happening in gold. Here's our daily chart for December. Well, yesterday we traded in a $17 range, settled the day at 1831.8. 8, down $3, traded a total of 172,000 contracts, lost just over 1,100 on open interest. Now, similar to crude oil, there are a lot of factors affecting this market right now too. We have treasury yields at 16 or 17-year highs right now, and some unexpected strength in the U.S. dollar. They're all contributing to an overall lack of demand in the gold market. Now, look up here. Does anybody know what this is? Does anybody recognize this?
Those SMAs?
These.
What are you talking about?
These two moving averages here. So we have the white line is the 50-day, the red line is the 200-day.
Right, SMA. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Can anybody call it? No.
I do, my friend.
Oh, Jack's on it. What do you call it?
A death cross.
It is, in fact, called the death cross. Death cross happens when the 50-day moving averages cross below the 200-day moving average.
It's scary.
Well, it's not really as scary as the name implies, Eddie. Markets are actually more prone to short-term rebounds after the death cross occurs, but we could see a little more weakness before that happens. Anyway, what a mess. 9 straight days of selling. Our next stop below here I'm looking at is a test of our February low around 1811. We are seeing some volume start to dry up a little as we approach our weekly kickoff low here. We almost tested it this morning, almost hit it. That area might provide a nice opportunity to maybe adjust some inventory in the short term, maybe a little profit taking or a minor bounce. Let's take a look at our 30-minute.
I hope there's not a death cross on that one. Death cross.
The death cross. Sounds like an 80s movie, right? 80s action. So you can see here throughout the week, we are still making lower highs, lower lows, textbook downtrend stuff, right? But we're also seeing our daily ranges kind of shrinking and volume starting to dry up a little bit. Overnight inventory was a bit long before the jobs number. That got wiped out immediately. We didn't open with a gap, but we did take out yesterday's lows after the open, and now we're coming right back through. We have a naked point of control up here at 1840, which I'm kind of looking at, which lines up nicely with this 200 session moving average also. So my next target above would be there. And to sort of test these two matching value area highs from Wednesday and Thursday at around the 1843, 1845 area. Those are my next upside targets. And like I said, to the downside, we have the weekly kickoff low and the 1811 level going back to February. That's what I have for you in gold. I sped that up. All right, now we still got a minute to spare. Perfect.
We got a minute to spare, and JD, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know that you're in the you're behind the curtain. You're helping Jack produce a lot of stuff. What are you doing here at Topstep TV?
Yeah, sure. Exactly like you said. I'm on the production. I'm on the.
Stole your thunder.
I am on the production crew. I spent quite a few years on the content team. My experience in the trading industry goes back over 20 years. I got my first job as a runner in the grain flow of the Chicago Board of Trade in the late 1990s while I was still in college. That segued into a trading career that lasted many years. Yeah, I've been around for quite a bit. I've been with Topstep since 2019. I did quite a bit before Topstep TV. I was a regular contributor on the forecast and recap, the coach's playbook. I lost my train of thought for a second.
Well, you're skipping the most important part, JD. You write the weekly kickoff.
I do. I also write the weekly kickoff emails.
Yes.
If you enjoy reading that, that's part of my.
I love that.
That's what I do on
really
Sundays.
Do a good job on that too, man.
Oh, thanks. I get a lot of help from all you guys too on that, so I appreciate everybody's help.
Yeah, I really look forward to it every day. So props to you, JD. Well done. Good job. And what we're going to do here, we got about 5 minutes until the opening bell. Get yourself a fresh coffee, fresh tea, chocolate milk, juice box, whatever you need. We'll be back here in just a few seconds. I promise. Oh, yeah. It's just about time here. We got a few seconds, and look who we've got here with us today.
Whoa.
No, it's not Shop Talk. It's Fast Market with Andre and Michael. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
It might be super fast market today, guys. No?
Holy moly, what a number.
Andre, you're a little quiet, so Jack, I don't know, but maybe you're okay.
How do I sound?
Tell me, excuse me really quick, Eddie,
Sound like
we're open. We're open. Rocking and rolling.
Let's go.
And there it is.
Ripping higher out of the gate. Really.
I don't know if you guys saw earlier this morning, we had non-farm. Bottoms fell out of all four markets, really, even crude.
Yeah.
Crude had the recovery quick, and now we're seeing gold. Gold taking a nice run with the bull right now.
54% long.
Here we go.
Both, really.
We're basically on the fence right now.
Hey, MP, when you get a chance, could you share your charts?
Give me one memento.
No problem.
I like that shirt, Eddie.
Hey, thanks, man.
Go ahead. Crop it a little bit if you can. From where the browser starts after that crop. Thank you. Oh,
Dude, Roy, I hit that like button, bro. Every day I hit it.
That's right. Hit that like button. It is Friday. Yes, Friday.
What's there to like right now, Andre? We haven't done anything.
Roy Jenkins keeps busting my chops about hitting that like button. I do it every day. But I don't know. It's a joke he's got going with me. Wow. What's there to like right now? They're trying to close that gap.
Okay, tell me about gaps. Tell me about whatever. Hey, folks that are volume profile, give me the point of controls. Give me the things that John would do.
Yep.
John's never. I've always relied on John. As you don't. That's the guy who's given me a fish. we always talk about teach a man to fish. That's the whole game of trading. Is what we're talking about.
I hope you brought your tackle box and fishing pole today, Patak.
Right.
When Michael mentions that, we talk about, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he'll eat for a lifetime. It sort of goes here with trading.
Yeah.
I like fish.
Okay. All right, we're right in here. Yesterday we made money. We did it as a team. This is team trading again, so therefore I will need your help. We will watch the YouTube chat a bit. Volume point of control. 860. We're going to put this on my chart. Yesterday's volume control is 40, so I got that right there.
Nice.
You guys can let me know, volume profile guys, if I should remove that, because I don't like to litter anywhere, even on my charts.
You don't litter. That's bogus. Real quick, what's the tilt on gold?
Tilt on gold. Ooh, hold on. I don't have tilt on gold yet.
Okay.
It's covered up.
Yeah, this is running nicely here.
860, so it's up from 40s a couple. 791s. All right, cool. Sorry, guys. I just talk out loud.
I love
All
it.
right, Taurus Trader saying the NASDAQ NPOC naked point of control at 14,870, value high at 14,882, value low at 14,760.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Point of control 870. I have it at 860. I'm delete horizontal line.
And in the S&Ps, thank you, James. James is talking about the naked TPO point of control, 4276 in the ES.
42. 42? 76?
In
40.
the ES.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
In the ES.
In the ES. Okay. Value high 82, value low 60, value 70. Okay, so we're a ways away.
It's pretty much the top to bottom on the drop from the number.
Yeah, you're right. It is pretty much the top to bottom and drop your number. Why did I know why it melted down, but why did it pivot around the 658s? Didn't make a new, well, yeah, it did from overnight and yesterday's low, but the day before still has this beat on the low.
It is a heck of a gap, Roy Jenkins. We'll see. I think the sellers might come back in here if we can't close this gap.
ES, Hoop was talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, 60% long, guys. 60% long on both the sisters. 70% long on the crude oil.
Cool.
Wow. Okay. Crude. Okay.
What's CNBC talking about?
Hoop
right now.
mentioned the 4277
Just
was the area
jibber-jabber.
yesterday in ES.
WTI tracking for its worst week since March. I like their little headlines that they put on there.
Yeah. They scroll through the same ones pretty much every day.
Let's update our headline with some of the points of control. Points of control for S&P and NASDAQ. So guys, check it out. We'll have that in there.
What do you got? Oh, nice.
All right, so yesterday was enjoyable trading day. Friday mornings, we don't have power players. We're done after this, after Top Quiz. We did this and Top Quiz.
Yeah.
We had a fire drill yesterday.
That fire drill. We're still putting that fire out, aren't we?
Well,
We will be done after shoulder tap.
We will be done after shoulder tap. Yeah, fire drill we're going to start doing. Andy, are you here right now? Andy, you created the name fire drill.
Yep.
Andy helping us out, man.
Whoop, whoop.
Fire
Andy, you got the fire drill. So, guys, if you don't think
There's Andy.
if you don't think you can contribute to this position that we're going to put on, this is a house account, names, segments, conversation. And you,
What's up, Cybermax?
You, my friend, are a damn fool.
The check's in the mail.
Checks in the mail. Yeah, thanks for that, Andy. That was fun. Coming up with that name. It makes a lot of sense.
Cybermax. Andre, glad to see you're on early. The fan club is watching.
What?
You got a fan club, dude?
That's news to me. Might be my parents.
It's okay, though.
Just your mom, actually.
It's a start.
It might be.
Your old man.
Love you, Mom.
Doesn't put any time with you, Andre.
Oh, he's so precious. Our little boy, look, he's on the TV, Howard.
He made
Howard,
it.
look.
He made it.
Yeah, Dennis is like, get out there and mow the lawn.
Is this America's Got Talent?
Okay. Showing a little something, but I'm not. I'm
Nothing
sitting
yet.
on
Nothing.
sitting on my hands right now.
Yep.
I keep getting stopped out in crude, and then it runs into my projected target. Hey, Lush Money, like that.
Lush money.
I opened up my stop a little bit, but I also, in return, had to open up my my profit target because I'm not playing the game of stops are larger than profit targets. It's tough. But
Well, one of our
high.
coaches, Vincent, says MP the value high from yesterday 14,856.50, value low 14,717. Quada.
You guys see
Coach
all those
Vincent.
moving averages up there. So we have a return to settlement play that played yesterday.
Right.
Always watch it because return to settlement play, if they're like, oh, the secret, I got a strategy that's a secret. That is one that happens quite a bit. I don't think any strategy is the holy grail secret. But the reason why I'm saying this is, okay, 75% short right now. Check it out, guys. If there's a long position to be played, it may be right now. And the reason why I say that is because we're talking about the return to settlement play. I don't like my entry.
Did you get in?
Where'd you get in?
Sorry, I got in at 74, so on a rip tire.
Okay.
And there's some heat. Wow.
Yeah, I'm scared. You get long?
I got long.
Yeah.
47s. Return to settlement. Wow, guys, 80%.
82%. Yeah.
82%. Okay, 82% of y'all are long in the short in the S&Ps. So do we like the 20% of you that like to be long? Minority plays sometimes.
Now I'm long now. I'm 63 half.
Return to settlement. Moving averages are just baked and caked all over it. And same with the 5 minute. If you're watching 5 minutes there, if you're watching the 30 minutes up there, same with the S&P, with the NASDAQ.
We got a poll going on. What's your bias on the NASDAQ, long, short, or no trade? Put your vote in right now, and we will send those answers to Congress. Congratulations, David. David got his XFA back to green.
Okay,
So
they're
good
paying.
job, man.
They're running through this. Yeah,
They're paying the shorts. I got stopped out, guys. They're paying the shorts right now, but we got 75% still short S&P, and we got
shit. I'm out. Yeah, I got stopped out too.
that is happening. 73%.
What am I trying to get in front of this for?
I'm back in. Okay, so 720 evens is what I'm long from. You guys are still big time short. Those 21% of you, only 21% of you are long right now. Was that a flush out? Did it just get everybody out? I don't know. Let me vote real quick.
I mean,
and they could be yesterday. They smoked the hell out of the longs, guys. They smoked the hell out of the longs, and shorts are coming in the markets today.
yeah.
That's what we're pretty much explaining.
We gotta be careful. There's a reason why shorts are getting paid. I mean, this number is pretty hot. I don't think it's just going to diminish.
Yeah, right. So I'm coming out of the gate pretty quickly. I'm not liking coming out of the gate pretty quickly, especially on a Friday. But it's 20% of you are long, which means a lot of you are just betting this short big time.
Yeah, they are.
Which you're getting paid. You're getting paid. I'm almost stopped out on the second one, but you're getting paid, which is great for you. And bad for the longs yesterday. So, I mean, the market giveth and the market taketh. Eddie, you've heard me say that 1 billion times.
Yes, and 1,000,000,001 counting today. Our good friend Hoop is talking about NASDAQ support around the psychological 14,700. Keep an eye on that. Why do you say that? Psychologically.
You still in there, Michael?
This is doing exactly what it did yesterday.
Yeah, it is. Let's see it held up.
But the shorts are getting paid. When I say exactly what it's doing yesterday, it's not finding a floor. Yesterday it ran stops. Right now, I don't even think there's buyers in the market.
No, just us.
Can I help you guys?
Yeah, Storm, you're probably right, but I'm just doing one loss out of the gate. Wow, my T4 is frozen.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to the game of trading. Yeah, there we go. There's my runner.
Back.
Nice.
There's my runner, and there's almost my scratch. Sure.
Mongoose chatting in here. Shorted NASDAQ at 95, covered at 62. Done for the day.
There you go. It's a Friday. Go golfing.
Yeah. Go do something. All right.
Caught that, Patak? Nice job.
I caught it from down there. You guys can see my screen all the way down here at 20s. It danced around. There I go. All right.
Well done, dude.
Storm, who said that? Storm,
It's called conviction right there. That's conviction in your trading right there.
Our poll is complete out of 259 votes. 44% said short, no trade 32%, and long was 22.
Okay, so what I do like about coming out of the gate a bit like that is you get a bit of a feel. And I know traders that have traded before. Andre, you traded at a big prop firm.
Yeah.
Or actually, it wasn't huge. It just had a lot of kick-ass traders, I recall.
Yeah.
I come out a little tight, and the guy, like, just to get a feel is a good feeling.
Yep.
It dips a toe in the water before you jump in the water, and we all know that feels like when the water's not the temperature that you
Cold plunge.
Cold plunge, which is actually good for you.
Yeah. All right.
This is going to be a choppy one. It's chop it up to be.
Yeah, I think there's two different forces pulling on different ends of the rope with that number. I mean, the number was good, but good news is bad news these days. So the economy's still running pretty hot. So
yeah, what was that again? I was in the car jamming out to some Killers on the way.
What were you listening to, Killers?
Killers.
Drake came out with a new album today. I know you're going to check that out.
Yeah, no,
You know him, don't you, Andre?
Drake, great buddies. Great buddies with
Good
Drake.
friends.
50-50. Your shorts that held on, looking for a bigger move. Looks like they got a little bit yanked out of the market. 45% short right now.
Yeah, I got to pick a direct. Yeah, I'm taking a break. I have no directional bias here. Will?
No, I'm not rushing anything.
No, Will's thinking what we're thinking.
It's now evened up. So, okay, just a little bit of a diagnosis on that one. Shorts got paid for a good 40.
No, they got paid the first time we got long, and then the longs got paid. Yeah.
Sorry, Rondre. 60 handles. The long shorts got paid.
Yep.
Any short that held on to that, you're back at your entry right now. And what happens when you're back at your entry after picking up 70 handles, 60 handles? Maybe the market's firm back up. Now's your little short time frame traders that Hogue always talks about.
Yep.
Longs getting ripped. When I say getting ripped, that doesn't mean good.
Got a question here from MCC. Have to have a time limit? I mean, long or short, I have to have one more information to close the position. How much time? It makes sense? No? I guess this is talking about how long you should have it open.
Time-based traders. What happens if it hits a level that I don't?
Yeah,
There's so many. It's like one-on-one coaching type talk, which reminds me, on Mondays through Thursdays we have group coaching, which you can ask those questions and get a little bit more insight. So that sounds like a coaching question. All right, here you go. Making new highs, or making sorry, not new highs, but there you go. Now we go. Here's your runner. So if you're holding on to that trade from out of the gate this morning, it did a little pop, then it sold all the way off down to 14s. Yep. And now watch this gravitational pull.
Look at this shit. Yep.
Watch the gravitational pull. You can only use S word once or twice in a day, Andre. I don't know. I know you come on in the later days and maybe use that.
Give you the shit coupons to use. We got those coupons.
Is that a fine?
My buddy used to call toilet paper shit tickets.
All right, you just said that. Come on, what are we doing?
That's my first one. All right, we're done.
All right. Let's get to
these kids listen in the background. Okay, here's your return to settlement. Is it happening right now? You got the moving averages up there. It gave the college try down there at the bottom. Maybe shook out all the weak longs.
Like me.
Like Andre.
I wasn't weak long.
I got back on. I had a little more conviction. So there's your lesson. You had two lessons right there. That Andre got shaken out.
Yep. Sorry,
Caesar's making a nice decision here. I might miss the trading day, but I'm not picking bottoms today. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yesterday, we were talking about the exact same thing, and it just kept falling. It kept falling like a knife. Then we said, "Don't catch a falling knife." Then it also firmed up every now and then, and you'd be able to sell the rips.
Yep.
I don't know if today's a sell the rip. I don't know if today's a buy the dip, and it's a dip rip because it's finding out what trend we're in. Maybe today's not a trend day. Maybe today's a sideways day.
I think NASDAQ and S&Ps are in the middle of that gap right now. They're trying to pick a direction, and from what I see.
I'm up $1,000 on my XFA, calling it a day. $1,000 is nice, man.
Hell yeah! I thought you were up $1,000. I'm like, what?
No.
Way to go, Vince. Yes, calling it a day. Smart.
Good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, No Code Dad has arrived. Thank you very much. Why are you so late?
Yeah. We've been.
All right, we got another poll here. Buy the dip, and we're not talking about the chip dip or sell the rip.
Who's on the polls right now? This is exactly what I would have liked. 50-50 so far on that. I just voted. I vote.
Buy the dip, sell the rip.
Yeah. I'm going to keep this unbiased so we all can.
I'm a little hungry, so I'm going to vote for the dip.
All right, I'd rather you guys just said the S word.
Thank you. Thank you, Jack.
Buying oil off the dip. Up 230 since restart. Ooh, yeah, fire drill folks. Can you please, fire drill folks? Those are the ones that were probably down in their account. Look, I was down on my account pretty heavy last week. I would have had to reset. So no shame in that. So whoever reset and either A, learned something from their reset, prior trading combine. That's cool to share with us all. And if anybody's doing well or up or whatever, share that too from your reset.
Yep.
It's 700 of you reset.
Love to hear the success
next
stories.
week, yeah, guys. Next week, we gave away like $70,000 worth of resets. So that was a nice giveaway day. We'll be doing that a few times a week. I just got the approval from the guy on top.
What?
Yeah.
How does that conversation go exactly?
Could be anybody at top.
Yeah. Well, at least once. How about that? We will never tell you when we're doing it.
Nope.
But we will give you a few minute heads up, right, Jack? Few minute heads up in a 15-minute window, and then sorry everybody, you're cut.
I mean, we're figuring this out right now.
No, we're not doing it. We're not.
I don't think that's something we can do a couple times.
We should ask the viewers. I'm sure they would love for the input.
Yeah. Hey guys, we just filed chapter 11, but we got another fire drill coming tomorrow.
Some guy said I reset and ended the day up 14.91.
Sit on that.
14. Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
On that.
One more dollar and we could talk to Columbus.
14.92. It's Monday, right?
It's Monday, man. Yeah.
Banks are open or closed? Banks are closed.
No.
I think banks are closed, but we're open.
Stocks are open, all right.
Stocks are open. Yeah.
Cool. We're trading.
All right. Speaking of trading, let's get back in here.
Yeah, I'm just got to pick a direction.
We are moving. It's back in this. If you're looking at 5 minutes, back in this little 5 minute range. If you're looking at a 30-minute, your 30-minute new bars coming up in 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Your 30 minutes coming back in or coming in 10 minutes. Your new 30-minute bar.
What are you looking at, Michael? 30-minute or 5? I'm
looking 30-minute right here. This is this little high volume node. If it pulls back here, it seems like a buy. Hey, what's the pull right now? It's buried. I can't see it.
Hit me with the price, Patak.
We got 52 looking to sell the rip, 52%, and 48 buy the dip.
Buy the dip. Okay, 43s is where this high volume node area is. And volume profile, guys, help us out too. This is where I'd be asking John what he thinks. But then if you go back here in the 40s, 21s is also 20s, 30s, 40s, 20s, 30s, 40s.
Well, here's a good example of looking out for our traders. With the reset we had yesterday, Elvis is up 1650 from yesterday's reset. Way to go, baby. Way to go.
All right, that's awesome. So we got folks up. So the goal of Fire Drill is to help put everybody whose account is burning, cool it off by getting a new one. We're gonna let that one go to toast and come on over. Come on over. We built you a new house.
Patakisms. I hope everyone appreciates Patakisms as much as I do.
I like the riff. I like the riff. I've always had buddies that like to riff.
So good. It's so good.
And I'm from okay. I've always used a country boy line, but country kids talk in a little bit of a analogy way.
It's so great. Yeah. It's so great.
Sometimes you just got to say,
I don't understand what's going on here.
What's going on talking?
All right, here's your 40s. Here's your buyback. And we had 54% of you, sorry, not buyback, dip. I should tell you.
Lord.
Here, it froze again, guys. It froze again. So T4 does not have issues. Freezing happens. You can call my internet.
T4 is good.
Yeah, you call
Close
my
down
internet.
DraftKings. Yeah, you got to close down that DraftKings website.
The only place I make money. Absolutely not, actually.
All right, we're chopping around in the middle of this.
But it is a pullback. This would be a little bit of a pullback, aka dip.
We got time still. No need to rush or anything. We got time.
Plenty of time.
But it's Friday. It'll probably be a shorter trade. I don't see us trading past.
Well, Ryan McDonald talking about crude so much easier for him to read. 4 for 4 the last 2 days. Crude 1 for 6 on ES. So yeah, you know what? Crude likes you much better, Ryan. Stick with the crude.
You know what I always find out, Eddie? Hey guys, 60% short on the Nasdaq. Your shorts are coming in around here, so that is you 54% folks that wanted to be by a dip. You got shorts coming in here.
They want to take this sucker lower.
I'll let you know if this goes up to 70 while we're talking.
Roger that.
Okay.
Smack the like button. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, definitely hook us up with some likes. Much appreciated.
Okay.
We
can use those, especially on Friday.
Friday. Everyone needs a like on a Friday. All right.
So next week, bring your friend week.
Guys, that'd be very cool.
Yeah, say, hey, you know what? I like to trade. Why don't you come check this out? We've talked the markets before. Yeah. We're both mowing the lawn and we're talking between the fences.
God, there's a Patakism.
But I mean, it happens. That'll happen this week. That'll happen this weekend. Somebody will be mowing the lawn somewhere, and then their neighbor will come out there, the one that they actually like.
Yep.
You're on a heater today, MP. That's for sure.
Dude, I want to make a book. I just take these one per page of Patakism, one per page, and just flip. I get 100 pages easy out of it.
Glad I can be your muse.
E-mini Scalper Pro, here is your link for our Discord channel. If you are here on YouTube and you have not experienced our Discord channel, awesome community. It's well monitored. Lots of good stuff. And of course, we got our coaches' rooms in there. So you can jump in a coach room. The coach is in there and ask a question. And these coaches work very hard. I think it's almost every night. Maybe Vince can sort of back me up in this, or Jay, if you're there. They have classes every night. I get watching TV, and I get a little alert on my phone. Hey, we're having a class here. Oh, cool stuff. Yeah, there is cool. Here's, I'm going to post it again. Main source link to Discord. All right. Remember, there's no cover charge, but there is a 15 drink minimum. Okay.
What do you kick them out after they can't get the 15?
Hey, you're starting trouble.
Their heads are
Friday, man.
Okay. I bought a bad entry dip. Bad entry dip. There's your. This is why you don't get into. You need to be a little bit more.
You're itching. Patient. You got an itchy trigger finger.
Well, Mark Church says he doesn't have any friends.
That's what we're here for.
Stop trying to buddy up to atheists.
Oh, look at that, guys! Look at that. My stock got ripped through. Look at that. Boom. See how late that was? Don't tell me. We get guys on here like this did that. This did. That's live. You guys just saw that.
Yes,
my stock got ripped through. It got hung up, and then I got a fill at 42, which is 20 handles. Okay, this is just. If you watch my right dome, the Nasdaq is having a hard time keeping up. Not the Nasdaq, the data feed.
Yep, that's what stop looks like.
Yeah, and remember, guys, we get there's so much plumbing that goes on in the back world of futures trading. You have the CME, you have their data feed, you have the order matching system that they have. Then you have the FCMs, which are the futures clearing merchants, which are pretty much like your brokers.
Yep.
And then they connect to that data feed, and then after that data feed goes to a platform, and that's what we're looking at. Is that, and then your platform has an internet connection, and then your platform also has a RAM and a processor. I mean, just like that, all that stuff does sometimes have issues.
That's the plumbing.
Hey, Jack, is that you looking for some help from our YouTube chat?
Well, I have a question. If there's any crazy tech people out there that know this. YouTube's kind of limited in some of its live streaming things. Like what would be really simple to do if it was possible would be able to give random resets to a random person that was watching. Now, how do I do that?
I love this, Jack. You got 1,000.
If you know.
Yeah. So
1,000 brains on that. That's processing.
let me tell you, the other day when I tried to do that thing with the chat, I can't. Basically, it takes 20 hours after the stream to be able to download the chat. So I can't do it. I can't like download the chat live. And I don't know how to see who's viewing it. So I don't know.
Okay.
If you know, please help us.
I got back into my 42s.
Do you get long?
Yeah, I got long down here.
I'm
While
short.
you guys
I'm getting
Long at 42. Let us know. Let us know.
While Jack skip Google went straight to 1,000 people.
Oh, I've
like
Googled this a bunch, but sometimes you find some interesting.
Yeah, you do.
God bless it.
There's some scare factor down here in the 20 area, 20s and 30s. It's only touched that area and kind of ripped higher. The magnet still sometimes always is not always. Sorry, I don't like that word. Sometimes is settlement. I talked about settlement.
Yeah, could be.
Michael Knight, if you got that link talking about a third party that can pick up the comments, if you got that, post it, please.
I kind of want to let this one run, but I'm not up yet. I gotta be up before I let stuff run.
You like long? Why are you so bullish?
Because those 20s down there can't hold. 20, 30s. There you go. See how easily I got filled at 65? So I got ripped on my stop bad. So, and then.
Yeah, I gotta get out. Yeah, you're trading well. You're seeing this shit well. Not me.
Well, I got stopped and then I'm back in. I was just 4 trades, winner, loser, winner, loser. So right now, what I'm gonna do is be way more patient because right now it's Friday. Is there an 8 o'clock number, Eddie?
No, we got nothing here. I think it's smooth sailing, Captain. Actually, I mean, we do have later on Fed Waller is going to be speaking, and then later on this afternoon, you crude traders, if you're still trading the Baker Hughes rig count.
Yeah. Hey, Frank. Hey, Michael. You invite ICT to the talk show. I would love if ICT's listening. I'd love to have you on here. We can talk shop. This basically get Audrey out of here. We'll talk shop.
Oh man, already? God, you guys are brutal. You're killing me, Smalls.
But it's
killing me, Smalls.
He's hard to track down. But I guess we could have Topstep make a post, or I could make a post and say, hey, we invite you on. So yeah, that's a poor excuse, but yeah, that's a great idea.
This is chop right now, man.
Play the extremes, as Hug would say.
Yes,
play
he
the
would.
extremes.
Yes, he would.
What does that mean? Look at my 5-minute right here. There's some areas like this is a little channel right here. Little range value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 5-minute candles, and you got these little areas where it went to extreme and sucked itself back into this middle area.
We got some Bill is talking about the consumer credit at 3 p.m. and Kakashi 721. Biden will be giving remarks on NFP at 11:30 Eastern.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be touting this one for sure.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
Cheerleading
what did he just say?
He's gonna be cheerleading the hell out of this number.
What did he say?
Oh yeah, you would.
Where's my Jello?
Mohammed, you say, are we doing any free resets today? There's two ways which we give away here thus far, and we're learning as we go. Because the whole goal of Topstep TV is anybody who's tuning in. We want you to be we want you to be trading with Topstep. Therefore, we're going to be giving away resets more than we give away free combines. So get yourself a combine and then join here and listen and be available. Even if you have the music on really loud, or well, I guess you got to have our voice on super loud, and you're in the other room, or if you're sitting here trading and you're watching chat, we're going to give away free resets fairly often, and it will be random. It will be not random. It will be to everybody tuning in a 15-minute window. Andy calls it fire drill.
Fire drill.
We're making Andy already have a graphic designer making a cool little fire drill.
Right. We even hired 2 firemen.
Well, we already hired one.
Make it real.
Well, Mac's not fireman. Was a fireman.
Yeah, he was a what? EMT, right?
Yep.
Saving lives.
Saving lives.
Michael, what I would suggest, if you wanted to do that and you wanted to make it somewhat random and who is in, you should put a cap, like put it out and just have a cap that like the first.
Now, why would we? This isn't a loss limit, Jack.
Because what I'm thinking about is if we're saying we're going to do this every week for 15 minutes and people start to know that in advance that these get out, I could have a situation on your hands.
Oh yeah.
I guess I haven't talked to the finance team.
Thousands.
That's all right. Then you should be tuning in. Is kind of the concept, I guess, or the premise. 20s again. Are we going to do it? It's 70%. I'm going to get back in, but I'm going to wait till it rips a little bit lower. 04s, looking at the 90 somethings. Looking at the 97s. Still like having a hard time holding the floor. Oh, here you go. 70% of NASDAQ and S&P coming back in. You guys love, and you guys, if I say you guys, everybody with open position, not you guys here only. Everybody at Topstep with an open position, the S&P and NASDAQ, keeps liking to get short down here. And so far they haven't been paid, but they got paid on the way down here early in the morning. Here's the 30s. Okay, I thought they said 02s. I don't know why I said that.
We'll see if these shorts keep growing because you can tell that's been the bias today.
I told you I'd be a little patient too, Andre. So,
well, wish I listened to you. I wish I was more patient.
Okay, I like
it's non-farm. I get hyped for these days.
If you are just logging on here right now and wondering where the Hogue is, Hogue's on vacation until next Wednesday. He's down in Florida hunting alligators.
Mama says that alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth, but
yes, all them teeth, though, but he'll be with us back, I think, Wednesday or Thursday. So we got the Dre. Dre's going to be with us here.
Yep.
All right, I'm getting out of that.
Yeah.
Are
you up this week, Mike? Are you up on the week?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, so am I. So I want to do account preservation too, but
I mean, it's not terribly high. I think we read it pretty well, but then we read it well, but we didn't trade it well in the beginning, towards the beginning of the week. And I didn't start. Sorry, guys, I didn't start till Wednesday. I was in Chi City or Chirac, depends on what you want to call it. Hey. I should think I've lived there for 18 years.
We got over 1,000 people watching, and we only got 385 likes.
Guys, we need to game that algo. Come on, help us.
Andre, take your shirt off, baby. Come on, man.
How many likes will that get?
Come on, baby, take that shirt off. Get some more likes on that one.
1,000 likes.
Show us your tattoo, Andre.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
No, that's shower time, remember? Chris and Guard says, okay, boys.
Back into these markets. We're down here at the 30s. We're hanging out now. I'm just commentating now. I was long 29s, got out 24s. If I was still long from 29s, it's dancing around there. You guys, when I say you guys, it's going to be everybody trading at Topstep. 60% short. 60% short. S&P and NASDAQ and our cousin crude.
Yeah, what's popping in crude? I don't have that chart up.
Me neither. All right, here we are. Back down at the 20s. Yeah. Back down at the 20s. Wow, ripped through to 19s. You guys see that? If you're watching a ladder, it is so much fun seeing these stops get ripped.
Whew, back and forth. Damn.
Back up to 29s. Back up to 29s.
I don't know how you find a good entry right now. Just watching this ladder.
You get a rhythm and rhyme for it. Yeah. And then you kind of look at these levels down here, these volume nodes too, because you're like, why would it kind of really be in the middle right here? If you're looking at a minute, it kind of goes to these areas. Like right here, look at why to stop right here. Volume shoulder. John talks about it. It's just something to think about.
Definitely.
And it's something to wait on. It helps me with patience when I trade with John because he talks about volume nodes. Now, I don't know what all this means right here as it keeps dipping down here. Even that's just for today. So, of course, it's going to be light. But I don't have yesterday's volume profile or the day before, and I need to figure out why because I think that would be helpful. But I usually go to John because he has it. AKA having a great trading buddy, guys, is so very important. But you can use us for the time being.
That's what we're here for. All right. Looks like
The next best thing.
S&Ps are trying to creep lower.
Yeah, but if you look at the 30-minute up here, it's just like it's still. Here's your extremes, your extremes, your extremes, your extremes, and here is your range right here. Look at. Hopefully, you guys can see that. 12. The 20s. The 20s didn't hold us up this time. The 12s are trading. If I was still holding 29s, I'm taking my. There it is. There would be my stop if I'm holding 29s. So I would have been stopped out, and I didn't have my 20 handles to the upside. So is weakness here. What level?
Talking about any way we can get that a little bigger so they can see a better resolution. I know I've seen that a few times here.
Yeah, Jack,
chart's a little bit bigger.
I need your help on that one.
Yeah,
I got it. It's hardlined.
Well, let's talk after. I think with your charts, we need to make things a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we were down there at the 12s. We just talked about it. And it bounced. These are bouncing off of edges of the market.
All it is right now is bouncing around. Sit on your hands for right now.
It might be a good idea to do that.
Well, Santi's asking, do you guys at TopStep use ICT concepts in trading?
I stick with what's always worked for me, and then once I get to what works for me, I don't really follow anybody else. It is always good when you're beginning trading to get with somebody who's pretty well respected.
Definitely a mentor.
Mentor, yeah. But then they're going to probably have a big community, and then you just become a fly on the wall in their community, and you learn their strategy. And then you find out pieces of their strategy that you like and you implement it, and then you test the hell out of it, aka screen time, screen time, screen time.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
BSJWKC, what concepts work for UMP? I don't know. Watch what we're doing. John is my volume profile indicator. Moving averages are very important to me. They always have been. Like, because you could go to RSI world, you could go to Bollinger Band world. I mean, that's usually I don't know. That's what I've seen everybody start with is the Bollinger Bands, and then I drop those within 3 years of trading. 2 years.
RSI has some value in hyper volatile markets. I think RSI has
VWAP has some value. I mean,
Agreed.
volume weighted, or
volume for sure.
Volume
for sure. Volume. That's everything. That's what moves markets is volume.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's just like if you go into like, hey, that's Chicago, you got suburbs. That suburb, nothing trades. Nobody buys houses. That one does. And you get a little bit of a, if I get stuck and I lose my job, do I have liquidity to get out of this house? And I'm just kind of going this one off the cuff. But the whole point about this is that's volume trading over in that neighborhood, and I would much rather. Those prices over there are more indicative of what's actually really what a buyer and seller deem is a fair value area.
Mm-hmm.
And then that ends up being, and then you relate this back to trading. Now we're trading 40s again. Look at where volume profile has been right around here, 38s, 61s. Yep. So like that neighborhood right here is what a lot of people like are actually calling out. Your appraiser, how about that? Your appraiser.
I'm loving this. Keep going.
Yeah, your appraiser would much rather take 6 houses from this area to come up with the value of your house in your neighborhood over there, which nothing has really traded in. Call it because people have too wide of a markets.
Yeah.
So here's your bounce off 12s.
Yep.
Here's your bounce off 12s.
I'm not great at range trades.
40 handles while we had that suburban conversation.
Way to go, Victoria. Up $500, secured.
Nice.
Question. Are you done for the day? Done for the week? Can we do a poll? Who is done for the week and who is still trading? I know that we've got some people on here that just
That'd be
like to
interesting.
listen to the Topstep TV. I'd like to see that number.
Just because you're done doesn't mean you got to stop tuning in.
Oh, of course not.
Or stop tuning into the markets. Teach yourself diluting the power of FOMO. If you're up, Eddie, did you say that? Or whatever that I used to have a post-it note over my.
I said, yes, honey, you up? I'm making breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Over my P&L, I used to have a post-it note when I was done for the day. But I would sit here and do this and watch the markets and get up and be calm. But there would be times where geez, man, look at this. Return to settlement. Here we come.
Wow. You called it, Patak.
What'd I call?
Return to settlement.
It's not there yet, but yeah, it's trying.
The magnet.
It doesn't like these levels down here, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about. Is like, if it keeps rejecting an area, there's a time when it keeps testing an area, and then you're like, okay, it's going to break through. You hit a wall hard enough many times, it's going to break through.
Pick a direction. God bless.
But it wasn't staying around there too long, so therefore weakness. Yeah, buyers weren't there and sellers were exhausted. We talked to you guys about sellers picking up the speed down there in the 30s, and you can always. I'm talking about the Nasdaq. So S&P guys, you can still look at the S&P chart I have and look at the Nasdaq chart I have. So when we're talking about this, your levels 42, 52 even. 54 even. Those are areas that did not even, like, the S&P didn't want to hang out in very long. So that, going to the NASDAQ, it didn't want to hang out in the 7, 10s to 20s very long. So when I talk about this, I can't quote both of them. It'd be exhausting.
Hey, Michael, there's some questions in the chat about what does a return to settlement exactly mean?
See this yellow line up here? That's yesterday's close. That's where yesterday's closed at. Now, this is another really important thing, too, is when the market closes at a certain price, that's like end of the day. All right, the price of the market is 64 quarter. The auction is over. And when you guys ever been to a farm auction?
Never.
Oh boy, go on. I'm listening.
I never needed a farm.
I'm listening. Go.
Or a sale barn where you're buying and selling cattle and horses, or you go to a farm auction.
So good.
$1, $5, $100, sold 45 cents.
That's essentially what's happening right here.
Yeah. So that's when the market closes. Remember, the markets when they open right now is an auction process. This is a John thing. I would let John talk all about this. He taught me this. So the markets right now there's bidders and there's offers and bids, buyers and sellers. They just like the 89s. Now they like the 85s. Now they like the 83s. It's just a really fast. Yeah. There's no auctioneer that could quote this.
No, but hey,
there you go.
I used to love that. It's like, man, those guys, I tell you. You guys
ever been to a Barrett Jackson concert? Barrett Jackson car auction?
I have.
Oh, those are you. Oh my gosh.
Or Meekum.
Really
Which one did we go to?
I've been to the Arizona one, and my dad's a big
the one in Indy.
Oh, you should see his dad's cars. Oh, he's got such a nice collection.
He used to.
Senior.
Yes, old time.
Are those going to be yours one day?
He doesn't have that many anymore. He had like 80, and he brought it down to like 12. He was like 20
79.
now.
He's got brought it down to 79, and we got nothing now.
The market went hot, and then the market now is soft.
Oh man, it's like when my dad passed. I had a 41 Cadillac convertible I couldn't sell. I talked to you about it too.
No buyers.
Buyers. And you know what he's saying is the reason there's so many millennials coming in the market. The wealthy millennials they don't want that no power steering, the no disc brakes. You got the drum. the drum brakes,
Yeah.
and you step on it and you're pumping the brakes.
That's wild.
Coming up to rear-ended somebody. So then a lot of these he only does completely original cars. Like you put a paintbrush on a bolt from the conveyor line at the Ford in 1965.
Yeah,
His restoration company knows everything. So there are guys that like those, and they end up being like Eddie. They end up being like baseball cards for them.
Yeah. Well, it's a muscle cars. A lot of muscle cars are hot right now. Speaking of hot, Ray Paradise, great day in the funded account, up 2,800. Way to go, Ray.
Tilt showing anything, Michael?
Tilt's at 50-50, guys.
50-50.
There are no there are sellers. There are sellers down in the 20s and 30s. This is where it's good to know. This is good stuff. Go. That's why we say the tilt, because we learned this from the pit. You find out where the buyers and sellers are.
Yep.
Of what you can see, and that's the pit. Then you get a little bit of an idea of where the buyers and sellers are, because this game is fear and greed, psychological is made up of. And if a group of folks all want to come in to a certain area, there you go. 70% of traders are short NASDAQ down at the 20s and 30s. So we kept seeing that. They like that area. That is an indicator. Nothing will ever be for sure. And we're just going to share this indicator. And this indicator is going to be in your hands fairly soon.
Hint. Stay tuned.
Can we get a pause here? I think, Jack, you got something?
Yeah, MP, I was saying in there, do you want to give away, we can do this. Do you want to give away 10 resets randomly?
You know how to do randos?
I have a kind of jacked up way that I have tried in the past. I mean, like literally
kind of jacked up.
No
way.
pun intended.
Jacked up. I don't.
Who would have known?
I don't use my name as a verb.
I do.
Jack, I used to have a buddy. Well, you know how? Have you ever heard of the line, "Man, that's janky"?
Yeah. His name is Janky.
What does that mean? It's just mean like it's kind of
cheap.
Cheap. Do you know the richest guy in my town of 3,500 was Luke Janky?
Ouch.
He wasn't cheap.
The heir to the Janky fortune, of course.
Of course.
So here's what we'll do, MP. I have JD setting something up right now. I'm going to post a form. It's going to take us a little bit to set up. I'm just saying this is coming. We'll leave it open for 5-10 minutes.
Stick around.
In this form, you'll put your YouTube chat name, email, Topstep username, just because we're giving away resets. It'll streamline things. And guess a random number between 1 and 10,000.
Oh!
Now, this is why it's important. You can only enter once. That's why I have the username in there, so I will filter on it. If you enter twice,
you are disqualified.
I will know. So do that, and then I will take a random number, and the 10 people closest to that random number, I will announce when I come on at 10.
I like that. We can do that one because it's easy. Because I'm like, what if we do like a quiz? What if we do like a tricky question or
Don't confuse it. All right, Mike. Just let it be.
Yeah,
let it be.
I'm not sifting through 1,000 answers to questions.
What if we go? What if
poor guy's wiping sweat off his brow?
Just go. We do it really quickly, and we go. What is the high of the NASDAQ today? We don't do that right now, but like, and then you can filter that by.
Let me look into that.
You can filter that by like 14, 9, 22 evens. Like find 14, 9, 22, and all that group right there. and I'm down to do more than the first or 10. Let's do 50.
Okay. Let's do 50 then.
Wow.
50. That's a half 100.
We got 1,000 people.
We got
like,
1,100. But you know what, though, guys? We only got 557 likes.
Yeah, let's get that going. Come on.
Yeah, I think we got to get that number up and then we can start.
Yeah, the Eddie, that's a genius. I didn't even do it. Here, 558. That's why I just turned to 558. I didn't even have it done.
Yeah.
I now like it.
So for those that are sleeping,
Hello.
let's wake up here. Hit that like button.
Okay, one more thing, because I can't read out 50 names or something like that.
No.
What we'll do is, because I'll email the winners, is remember the number that you submit when I do this form, because when I come on to announce, I'm going to say what the lowest number that won and the highest number that won.
Oh, we're gonna do your rando numbers.
I think we have to. I can explain why.
Hold on, people. These numbers that you're putting up are not counted.
Yeah, this isn't where you submit the numbers.
No. Somebody don't know how to understand directions.
But I love the enthusiasm.
It's good fun. We're going to submit. I'm going to put a Google form in the chat, and I'll pin it.
Okay,
So-
hold on with Jack. We're not doing it until we get to 700 like or at 673.
That should be easy.
No, that's
Come on.
coming.
That'll go quick. I need a few minutes to do this anyway, so you guys
Okay,
do
we want
the
a
whole
1,000.
trading thing.
This whole trading thing.
Okay, trading thing 50-50 on the Nas on the.
I mean,
on the
look at the
Nasdaq
chart.
and S&P.
We're stuck. We're stuck right now.
The resets do not have to be used today. It'll be a reset.
Is that true?
Is it? I think so.
We need.
You'll
to
have a
get our-
code for a
Yeah.
reset.
We need to get our likes up to full 80% participation. What's 80% of 1,000 is 800, 1,100. Let's
No,
go
that's common.
Hey, use
800.
your toes and fingers.
800 likes.
You guys
We
break out
got-
Douglas PC. We'll see.
Hold on, we got to get 80%. What's 80% of 112? And then I got to get
Over
back
Just over 800.
880.
800. Jeez, Jack.
Jack.
All right, hey guys, return to
Oh,
settlement.
man.
Here we go. Back up to the conversation of return to settlement. Big sell off in the morning.
We go.
Return to settlement was a conversation we had of the could go to return to settlement. 200, 100, 50 simple moving averages are up here by this yellow line right here. What's this line up here? 73, 70 area. You guys told me in the morning that's point of control,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So that's also, look at this big volume area right here. I miss John. Yeah. So is the market, John always says the market gravitates towards high volume areas. Why? Because the auctioneer at that time kept saying, or kept sold at that area. Therefore, lots of activity happened, volume, cars being sold, cattle being sold at that price.
Mm-hmm.
So just something to think about. Now we're in this no man's land right here. Watch my 30-minute right here.
Yep. I see it.
But you also have the 200, you have the 100, and the 50. I could see like going through butter on this one and going, but I'm not. I could see it. That's a could.
I mean, we're still
We'll see what
Okay, we're-
Nasdaq. Yeah, Nasdaq broke out of its range.
Tilt is, we got 55s longs, 55% are longs on the tilt. So the heavy lean, the heavy tilt so far today, please pay attention. Heavy tilt so far today was down there in the 8. Hold on, the 8. Man.
Well, while you're thinking, I want to give a shout out to Abby. Abby, our awesome talents here at Topstep, stopping in and saying hello. Hello, Abby.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Eddie. Sorry about that. 704s to 730s. That area right here on my 5-minute. You can see this all with the 5-minute chart. Down here was play the extremes. If you wanted to play the extremes, like John always talks about, that would have been a great opportunity. But that's where all the shorts showed up. Now, could this be shorts that aren't at Topstep? Follow me on this one. There's a lot of 60, 70, 70%, 75% of traders that were short around this area. That tells us what's happening at Topstep. Now, remember, we have loss limits. So follow me on this. We have loss limits. So we get out a little bit earlier, but these personal brokerage accounts that are active traders, just like you and I, they don't have, a lot of them don't have loss limits. So they're going to get hold trades a bit longer on bad trades, bad entries that were probably bad entries because it's down here. They were selling the extreme of the lows. So that's how you blow out of a personal brokerage account, which I've been there before multiple times in my early trading days. So just something to think about. That's why we do have loss limits, because it's like, hey, you're wrong today. Just something to think about. I learned this by being in the trading pits, and I learned it even more with John when he talks about, hey, you can see the whites of their eyes. Because right now, if your personal brokerage account, I'm short from 720s.
I'm short too.
Let's just say I'm short 3 from down there. Man, I'm taking heat.
Yep.
I'm taking 60 points heat, 612, 20, $1,200. No, 60 points on a 3,600. My math is bad online when I do this. What's 6 points or 6 lots on? Let's not even say 6 lots. Let's just say 3. 3 lots on a 60 handle move, because you go a personal brokerage account, they have about $5,000, I think, on average. 40. It's 42.70 the price. Yeah, 77. 3,600. Okay, Brian, I think that because there's no price point around here, it's $3,600. $3,600 in loss. If you had a $5,000 trading account right now, you're smoking that account by a lot, which means over the weekend you're hyper ticked off. Maybe you're done trading for a while, all that kind of stuff. Now, guys, I learned also, last point, and I'm going to stop talking and get back to the markets, that the average trading account at a brokerage opens up with $10,000 and closes within 6 months. The average trading account traded by an active trader closes out. And remember, we're not trying to be a part of that average. We're all working towards to be a part of the minority average. The average is very different. So something to think about is why we watch our downside. Yep. And then we're patient on entries and all that kind of stuff. So, and don't quote me on that. Like, I don't know if that's right, but in 13 years of being behind the scenes and seeing traders and talking to unknown brokerages, I never name names, but a lot of brokerages out there, you meet either IBs, introducing brokers, or actually FCMs. It's just something that you kind of learn. So that's why funding opportunities, trader evaluations, real-time sim trading, getting yourself in a better position. Wow, look at this.
All right, real quick here, Jack.
I'm short. I'm getting faced right now.
There's a little confusion here with this numbers now. We're posting numbers here in the YouTube chat, correct?
No. I'm going to send out.
Hey guys, let's pause real quick. This is up at settlement. I got to talk markets right now.
Yeah.
Up at settlement, return to settlement for the NASDAQ. We are 78s to 90s. We are 12 handles away from settlement on the S&P. All these 50, 200s and 100s are up here at the 86s. We're at the 79s in the S&P. So the S&P has not gotten to its return to settlement.
No, it's dragging. It's dragging ass right now. Ugh.
Yeah. So the NASDAQ has. Andre, you have a lot of frustration today.
I'm dull for 3.
Okay. Well, keep your energy contained, so then we all can stay positive here.
Oh.
I'm just trying to help keep the mood high.
Look at gold. Gold, our healthy gold here, running north here. Actually, it looks just a little like the NASDAQ and the ES.
Andre, let's talk about your trades real quick. Why are you so frustrated?
I'm over 3s, and then according to my rule, I got to stop for at least for a while. So
okay, 3 trades.
Discipline. It's down at G, whatever.
Okay, all right.
But no, I appreciate it. You got to call me out.
You were up at G on the week last time I checked.
I'm up on the week. The bug's probably scratched out, yes. But, I need to be called out there. For sure. Bad vibes. That doesn't happen here.
This doesn't happen. Nobody wants to hear that. That's why we don't let trolling happen.
I mean, you were down last week, and you were pissing around.
Well, I thank you. I was, and I won't. And we're going to hold each other accountable, because don't let me do that again.
I know. All good.
Griping.
No, there's return to settlement, though. I mean, boy, it just took a little longer than expected. It was like pulling teeth, but for sure. We
talked it out. At least we talked it out. At least we don't feel, here's your 20 lot, or there's a 20 to 50 lot guy that comes in here. Just flashed it. Now he's not there. I'll let you guys know. He did it at the 68s.
Man. You read these ladders.
He's been right this week quite a bit. He's played a 50 lot. He's playing a 25 right now. Well, the reason why I know, here's the 20 lot. No, he canceled it again. Because it's just a different size. If you got depth of market on the NASDAQ, which, guys, you'd have to buy, and if we just pass through the price that we pay, we're not making money off data. Not like
I think you're right, Roy.
There's a player that comes into here that puts in a bigger size. Like right now, everything's like 3 on the bid, 4 on the bid, 7 on the bid. Then there'll be like a 50 lot sitting there. Like that's a player. That's usually just one person. So, excuse me. The only thing we can gripe and bitch about or troll on is sports. Remember, that's the rule, the unwritten rule in trading. But we can definitely be frustrated, Andre. I'm down with you. I'm not trying to lay it on you.
All good, man. All good.
Okay.
All good.
Return to settlement. We're here. Look at the S&P. That S&P staying strong, getting itself up to those moving averages that are 30, 50. And I'm going to change this to an hour. Actually, this is an hour. Damn it. I always like that. It's the same on my 30-minute right here.
It does. I bet the charts look very similar. Sometimes,
guys, when I'm looking at charts and then I go over here and look at the markets and I look for, and if I have it on a higher time frame, like it makes me feel even better because I'm like, wow, okay, that's even a more patient move to let that play out. So, but I got it down here back in my 30 right here.
Yep.
All right, return to settlement. We have another settlement from yesterday up here at the 921s. We have shorts starting to show up in the markets, 64%.
Okay.
Could this just be longs covering?
So I was wondering.
Yeah, when longs cover, then you don't get so many longs, and that means your open positions would go down. So I take that at different.
Keep this going. We'll see. This is interesting. Interesting day so far.
Hey, Jack, you want to go? Well, hold on. We got to get to 800 likes. 880 was the 80% rule.
Trend up.
We're gonna play the 80% rule when we do this. If we're gonna give away stuff,
I like that.
20% of you don't have to do anything. Which one is that?
Yeah, when we get to 800, I will
There.
release. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so I'm going to put out the form, fill it out. I will leave it open until, what do you think? It's 9:35 right now. What time should I leave it open until?
I think the 15-minute window, like we always do. Get people right back in the markets. We don't need to be sitting around. That's my 2 cents.
All right, closes at 9:40. Are you ready to rumble?
9:40. That's 5 minutes, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I can't add. I can do division. 9:50.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right. You ready?
Let's go.
Yeah, we passed the 800, so game on.
Let's get it.
50 spot, and this is 50 in the ARB world. Everything up here is multiple by 10. 50. I'll sell you 50. I'll sell you 50 resets, which you don't even have to pay for. This market's staying strong, guys.
Yeah, it is. Good news is good news now.
Hey, Eddie, we're not going to be giving away too many combines anymore because we want you guys trading with us, but we will be giving away resets.
You're supposed to already have the combine.
Yes. Don't be over at somebody else's world.
Right.
Unless it's one of our partners. We dig our partners. We have them on here, guys, right, Eddie? Every power players, every Monday through Wednesday?
Much as we can. I mean, the invites are out there. We're trying to build a nice little stable of our allies.
Oh, here it is, right? Fill out the form. There you go. I'll let you guys look at that while I do this. Okay, now here's now another conversation real quick. The NASDAQ has all these moving averages on the 30, and I had the hour up a second ago, and they're all in the same spot, roughly. Now it's just pushed through. We're 6 handles above the settlement from yesterday. Why is that important? Because yesterday closed at a price, and then it gets marked to that price.
That's right.
and then that area becomes important. Why is that? Look at this area right here. It's really right between. No, this is actually point of control. Value is, or settlement's right here. So really, I don't know. Like,
no, we're returning to settlement. Like that's exactly what's happening.
6 handles below. Well, right now it's point of control for the NASDAQ. S&P just pulled back from touching the 50 and the 100. It still has a 200 up here next to the settlement. So what I think about now is if it stays above settlement, John would be talking all this stuff. If it stays above settlement, buyers are going to come into the markets, which typically he says that. Mm-hmm. Now, 62% of you are saying it. You're saying you're getting short right here. So that's something to know that that's not a tilt. Tilt is when you get up to 70 or 80% of all open positions here at Topstep that are trading in the sim environment. We don't share our live traders positions, are biased towards either long or short. And we know that because we can pull all the data, aggregate it, and we know Andre's been short, I was long. So and there's 2 open positions, 50-50,
Yep. Zero-sum game. It looks like NASDAQ's obviously leading the SPOOs, or S&Ps, I should say, just based on
based
price
on
action. Yep. You see that?
You can even look at that by looking at the change.
At the change, too? Yeah, it's even better.
Yes.
NASDAQ's up 15, up 16. Boy, it's cooking. And so, I mean, is that a play to get long the S&Ps? I don't know. I'm thinking out loud.
Honestly, no, thinking out loud is what we're supposed to be doing. I think it's starting to get to these extremes. We talked about extremes before.
Yep.
So just think about that. Now you have all your moving averages below in the NASDAQ and your settlement below and your point of control below. But check this out, guys. Here's a shoulder that's coming up here. Is 89's a good place to get it? We had a high. And we had yesterday's settlement up at 23.
You're cooking.
So to me, everybody knows that now, and it's been rallying so much, and people are getting stopped out that are picking tops. Mm-hmm. We're 50-50 now on the NASDAQ. Mm-hmm. I hope you guys can follow this because is it followable, Andre?
Yeah, for sure. No. Okay. This is great.
And so 88 is a shoulder. Here's your volume shoulder. I'm looking at this because John talks about volume profile, but then the shoulder right here, and then lower volume, but that's overnight. And then settlement, not yesterday's, the day before, still matters. Was that the weekly high from? No. What was the weekly high?
Hogue would be very proud right now.
He would be proud. You're
doing great, man. You're doing great. You sound like Hogue. I didn't know you paid that close of attention.
Oh my God. Good. When he was gone yesterday, I'm like, shit.
It's pretty good. I'm impressed.
But I traded you well yesterday. So the student still becomes the student, but the student is understanding more. I don't think I'll ever be the master when John is the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you're testing yourself. I mean, you have to, and that's what we tell our traders.
Yep.
We talk about that fish story. You're going to be on your own at some point.
Yep.
You got to take whatever you've learned from your coach, mentor, trading buddy, and put it on the table and see what works.
That's right. Because at the end of the day with this, I mean, we do have our trading buddies. We have this community here. But at the end of the day, it's just you and the market. I mean, no one else is executing trades for you. No one's getting out of these trades for you. It's just you and the market at the end of the day. So as much as we want to keep this communal, it's still solo, It's like it's like skiing. You ride up the chairlift with your buddies, but then you go down the mountain by yourself.
Yep, and you're focused, and you're not focused. You're hitting trees, and then your buddies are down there yonder, and you're waiting for ski patrol. That's painful
for all parties. For all parties,
yeah. You screwed up my ski day, Andre.
Yeah.
Okay, so really quickly, guys, what levels are up here? I saw a few of you talking about weekly
high.
No, it's not the weekly high though.
What is someone's? Yeah, maybe I misread that.
Okay, here's the week really quick on my hour. I don't think you guys can see going back. No, you guys are right here. This is the weekly high. Was 15.0 something. 1503. No, I got a ways to go. I'm focusing on
What are we waiting for now? Yeah.
this shoulder, which right now it's pulled off of this. It got up here and goes, oh, we didn't do too much trading around here. Why the hell would I keep rallying? And talking as if I'm the NASDAQ. Why the hell would I keep rallying? And then you got settlement up here.
Yep.
And then you also have overnight high, roughly where settlement was. So overnight high, honored settlement, traded back into this little volume area. And then we try to get some activity down here to the lower side. This is where all Topstep folks, but I'm also assuming personal brokerage account, active trader folks from any part of the world was probably looking to get shorter on here too.
Yep.
Just because we had that information in real time. Nobody has that information or shares that in real time. And it's not legal to do if it is a personal brokerage account and live money, because you can affect a position. When it's simulated data, this is the little caveat here. When it's simulated data, we can't affect the market position. It then becomes informative data that we can use. That Topstep now deems valuable enough that we're going to say, hey guys, why don't you use this? We'll get an edge here together through all the other prop firms or other thing or whatever. We're going to give you an edge here. We're not going to go 1,500 copied accounts or 96% flash sales or raffles, all that kind of business. This is trading. This isn't a crapshoot business or scratch tickets or whatever. So we're going to feed this data back to you. We're going to give it. It's going to be behind, so only Topstep people trading with Topstep will be able to see it. Trading with a certain thing.
That's a hint. That's a hint right there.
Well, Jack, excuse me, gentlemen. Jack has posted he pinned it to the top. Fill out the form pinned to the top of the chat for a chance at a free bushel of corn.
Hey.
Yes, we're giving away corn. I would be very happy to get a bushel of corn. I'd crack open the barbecue. I'd get that fired up.
Just go to the grocery store. Go to the grocery store and buy out all the cornflakes, Eddie. There you go.
Cornflakes, corn on the cob, my man.
I love corn on the cob.
Eddie Horn, corn. So anyway, we did a chat for top of the chat for a chance at a free reset. So scroll up. There you go.
Thanks for answering that, Topstep. Andy, we don't sell it to we don't sell order flow. We don't sell Citadel.
That's Citadel and Robinhood.
If they came in here and offered $1 billion, I would probably tell you guys, hey, they want our retail, our active trader sentiment real time indicator, but we don't do that. Why? Because we're either trying to figure out how to make that money with our own prop firm and how to make you guys in a better edge. So then when you guys come up to that live account, we're making money together. Yeah, we're making only 10% of you, but we're still getting a shitload of that data, which is valuable. If a prop firm or a hedge fund buys satellite images of a Walmart parking lot to gauge how many cars are there for the whole Q1 and play the earnings because they play the earnings, that's possible. They do that.
Yep. Oh, 100%. 100%. Ooh, Nazzy.
We do not sell your credit card.
I saw that. I was
we
going to ignore
your
that.
Credit card information. That goes through a whatever encrypted thing.
Jack, when are we going to announce the winners, and how's that going to happen? I know that you mentioned you're going to send them an email. Is that correct?
So we're going to make it a little more fun than that.
We're going to come to your house.
Yeah, I'm going to show up at 50 people's houses.
What's that? A sweepstakes company?
The publishing clearinghouse or whatever.
You got any food? You got any beer?
Fly to Abu Dhabi to give away
out of here.
Abu Dhabi.
So what I'll do is this form will close at 9:50, and then live, I'll come on briefly for Andre's normal spot, and I will share my screen and do the random number generator to reveal the number. Then I'll go back and do some work behind the scene. And after shoulder tap today, and unfortunately, given the time constraints from doing this is going to be, instead of top quiz today, I will go through and announce the winners
And real quick, Jack, that reset, it's going to be a code where you can use it when needed.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Don to trader. There you go. There's your answer. Bada bing, bada bang.
Just for Michael, what number are you going to guess just for fun? Between 1 and 10,000.
Guys, I'm paying attention to the markets.
Between 1 and 10,000, what's your guess?
666, the devil's number.
Oh, my.
Somebody's already got
Lucky sevens, only because I hit it 3 times. I hit it 3 times. Swear to God, I hit it 3 times. I went to Vegas last weekend. I bet Holden's. I had to keep counting. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Holden's birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I had because I have this on these little notches when I put my kid's birthday on it, and it actually helps me a lot of times. So I played 4, 6, 7. Wow.
NASDAQ's not done.
4, 6, 7. So I played 7, and I hit 7 on the roulette table, and then I twice. And then I came to Chicago, and it was Danny Hodgman's birthday. Everybody, Monday was, and I think he took off Monday. And then there's a casino in Chicago. I'm like, I'll go with you guys again. So I went to and I hit 7 on the first play. Remember, Andre? You were.
I was right there. I do indeed.
You were bitching and complaining then too.
Oh, come on, man. Man, I'm just taking it today.
Okay, so we've extended. We are in this no man's land a bit, not really, because I don't have volume profile from yesterday. See how much traded are on here yesterday. So to me, this settlement from yesterday or prior day, and this high. Look at this high. There's a couple 2 extremers here. Up at the 957s, so 920s, 957s, and we have just rallied from literally the 720s.
God damn it. Wow. Fuck out. All right, that's it for me.
678. This is where we were hanging out. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, these are the extremes. Got anything on tilt?
50-50.
50, all day, 50-50.
Except for down there at the 20s.
You're right.
So anybody who has stayed heavy short down there in our Top Step world and in any of the active trading world, that would be my guess, in the active trading world, may have held on to this trade. Therefore, the markets are ripping higher and stopping them out wherever their margin or whatever takes them. They're banging. Yeah. Okay. 84 is interesting. Form is closed. What is on tilt and how do I get it? You'll get it here soon if you kind of you'll get it here soon if you that's all I can say. We're working on it.
Striker, I'm down a manageable about, so I'm down $1,000, but I haven't had a good read to this today. Not gonna lie. Hope you guys were able to catch that long. Some of you guys out there were able to catch that long.
Okay, so
that was the play today. Return to settle. I'll be damned.
Hey, Brood Profits, you guys want to check out the office? It's sort of coming together. Looks like a mess though. Here.
Wait till the winter comes. It gets even crazier.
Okay, there's my bike. There's TV and snow things. So that's there's 6 desks in here. I haven't opened it up because right here I need to put a glass thing in so I don't annoy anybody who comes in here. But it looks like a Michigan, Bears. Oh, Bears aren't any good.
Did you watch the game yesterday?
No, I don't have a TV. We just moved.
Oh, that's right.
We just got a house. No TV there. Literally just closed Monday.
Yep. I'm not seeing anything. Man.
Well, I am seeing that it's staying strong. So
it is.
And it's staying above settlement. And the S&P has not broken settlement.
No,
so the S&P might under the S&P might put a little work in here to try to get to settlement and or break it. But to me, if it sits down here right around this area or whatever, or the Nasdaq comes all the way down literally to where the volume gets a little quiet down here, which is all your moving averages, maybe it honors one of these or it honors settlement, firms up, and the Nasdaq up here then goes, hey, now it's my turn.
Yep.
Boom, and then you're going to get some good follow through.
Nasdaq's doing the heavy lifting right now. I agree with that.
Nasdaq is the tow truck.
The tow truck, the tugboat.
Tugboat. And it would be tugging a bigger barge because of what the S&P 500 is, of course, larger by market cap. Is that right?
It's all the banks.
Oh yeah, and 3 other companies.
I know. The way they have that weighted is a beautiful thing.
Did they fix it? I thought they fixed it. All right, 60% short Nasdaq. Chris, where's Eddie? Yeah, good question.
I'll bring Eddie back in.
Oh.
Da, 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 da.
Jim, did you say you're not a fan of Breckenridge skiing? Andre, you can answer that.
I don't have a problem with any big mountain out west. I have a friend that does not like it.
That's me.
Vehemently does not like it.
There's a couple big reasons on why. It feels like you're on interstate. It feels like you're on the 405 in LA, like 16 lanes wide. Some people are doing 100 while other people are 2 and 10 and locked in, white knuckling it on the road. You got amateurs and you got badass skiers, and that doesn't set up for and then you got ski patrol who are pro balls. They're like setting up a whole blockage so nobody comes over a hill, and there's just a lot of people get hurt there that I've seen. This is just in my own experience.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I like the town though. The town's cool. There's just better towns out there or in mountains.
Beaver Creek, nicer.
Beaver Creek is nicer. I would actually keep going west on I-70 and stop at Copper for a couple quick runs, and then stop at Vail. And I'd keep going west, and I'd drop down south into Aspen and hit 4 mountains in Aspen. 4. All within a few miles of each other.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
There's the extremes.
Ooh, no-code dad, I definitely want to ski in Alaska. Can you give us some recommendations?
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Isn't the Arctic Gate up there or something? I know a couple folks out here in Aspen that's done a hella skiing up there.
Oh, you got crude coming off. I'm sorry, gold coming off the top right now. A little change of direction there.
I just said Wolf Creek.
I saw Wolf Creek in there. If you know type thing.
If you know, you know. Wolf Creek. If you know, you know. There's only a few lines, but the powder, it gets the most. Their motto is we get the most snow in Chicago.
Colorado.
Yeah. Chicago.
Come on, market.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a pullback in both of these.
This is the pullback.
Hey, Wolf Creek has POW for sure. So it's still like so memorable. I'll wear a hoodie here. I got one.
Samsonite, I was way off.
Okay, so 71s are trading. We got a pullback in the S&P.
Yep.
We talked about the S&P trying to make that college try to settlement. And if you want to look up here, it's sort of dead. You guys can watch your own 30-minute if this is blurry, but right here, you got the extension on here, the 30-minute NASDAQ. I know the markets are moving right now. I can see them in the corner of my eye in the ladder, but I need to kind of understand what's happening. So you have these 2 wicks up here. That's an area that's interesting or important. I don't call it support and resistance. I call it areas of importance, because you just pay attention to those areas. Doesn't mean it's going to hold on resistance or support. We talked about it. Will it honor some of these? Will it honor some of these moving averages that it just ripped through earlier? It's right at settlement. You guys here with open positions are only 55% short. That's nothing. And then you have NASDAQ.
It's whipping around, man. Are you up right now or are you scratched? What are you?
I'm down a hundo. I'm down what is it called? I don't even think they have a name for
It's a Benji. A Benji.
Benji.
And I'm down a G.
Hey, Roy, I kind of liked your position here. Keep us updated. I think it's always good to share why.
Definitely.
If you're comfortable, like the more you kind of share with trading buddies, if anybody's like, damn, that Roy guy, no.
Who, Roy Jenkins? That's my guy.
Yeah. If anybody does that to you,
Yeah. Not here.
not here.
Yeah.
Good job, Caesar. Caesar trading gold here made 328.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Yeah, I see that getting a little heavy there in gold right now.
Zeke trades. The XFA scaling plan has been ruining my trading. If you can't trade small, you can't trade big. Get used to sizing down. Stick with your trading plan.
For real. Hey, in the pits, would you guys know what people's P&L was for the day?
No.
No chance?
Unless they shared it. You can't.
You don't even ask?
No.
They would say ticks. If anything,
Ticks.
hey, I'm up 80
Gotcha.
ticks today.
Yeah, I'm up 80 ticks, which I don't know
They
why.
never have monetary.
No, they didn't use that very much. And they wouldn't talk about their year. That's the one they wouldn't talk about. So I take that back. They would talk. Eddie's right. They would say that. They'd quote ticks. Nobody talk about their year, because year is like, man, you're Derek Jeter this year, or you're the Mendoza line.
I mean,
And then
the thing is too, Michael, you could tell people that are having like a bad week, a bad month. It's just, just their overall presence in the pit.
Yep. Guys, emotion, you could feel it. We can't feel it right now, except your own. Or Andre.
Someone said I look dejected, and I'm like, I'm good.
or me last week. Well, here you go, Roy.
That pullback, Roy Jenkins.
I don't know what you're looking for on this, but you got at least 10 handles in it, if not more. More than that. If you bought down there in the 70s, you got 17 handles.
Sure did.
I would have been on my 20 handles. I would not have been filled yet.
Nice
So
trade,
I'm looking 78s to 85s out.
Sniper.
Hell yeah, I like that. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Dwayne's asking, Dwayne Rhodes, up 405, wondering if I should just walk away. Well, the question is, how was your week?
And if you're already wondering, you should. That's pretty much your answer.
Yeah. Also, keep it. I don't know if you guys have on your chart. You guys have volume up, just cumulative volume, but volume has been dipping since for the last hour. It's been starting, or last half hour. It's been trailing off. So when participation starts to dwindle, that means the market's going to be a little bit more erratic and unpredictable.
50-50 tilt. Nothing happening here up at these levels. The tilt today, heavy tilt, was shorts getting aggressive. Right now, the market has shoved it up the tilts and up the shorts, subconscious, up the shorts bias.
That's pretty good. Nice save.
Nice save, right? Up the shorts bias. That one I could use often. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's still showing some firmness, and you got no longs coming in. No longs have showed up on the tilt side. Actually, it's 42% bias to the long side. So up here, and then, okay, you got your volume shoulder, John would talk about. You got all your settlements and your overnight highs up here at the. When it breaks, if it breaks the 9 evens or the 900s, we're up here 5 handles away from it. Hey, Roy, do you get frustrated like I do every now and then if you get out a little early and the market keeps – now it's back where you got out. So, right now it's still – there you go. While I say that, it just moves 10 handles. Yeah. How do you feel right now Getting in. There's your 29 lot right
Ooh,
here.
we ripping.
I'm just going to get in front of this guy this time, just to show. No. Nope, he's not there. I'm out. He pulled it. Where's he at now? 10s, 12s, none of these are him. He's been fairly right this week.
Yeah.
So, Roy, if you want to share, I like your entry. Your entry is really good. 78s, it traded down to 61s on a rip down on an extreme, but then it firmed up here, 70. So, but nothing on tilts telling me anything.
No.
How about this? We need to pull somehow to get you guys' thoughts. It helps you all out and myself. What should the pull be? Because it's not like, should we get longer? Well, it could be. How about this? From this point right here at the 90s, does the market end the day higher than the 90s or lower? From the 890s, does the market end higher or lower at the end of the day? Settlement. Is that a fair poll, Andre?
Can you repeat that?
At 890s, right here-ish area, does the market end the day, settle at the end of the day above this price or below this price? We need a poll guy so we can do this.
Above or below?
Above or below the 90s, 890s, at the end when the market settles. Who's on the poll right now? Need your help.
Yeah, no, that's good. Lower first, then higher. Basically, we're going to finish higher or end up positive or negative, is what you're asking.
Jack, you around?
He's running the forms, I think.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, there he is.
Can we get a poll right here, right now? 890s. Does the market end the day? Does the market settle at the end of the day above or below 890? Or how? Just go 900.
Okay, 14,900. Oh wait, it's up there. JD's got it.
890. Thank you, JD. Okay, let's start doing this one. This doesn't tell us. This doesn't tell us the tilt in real time. This tells us our bias at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. We can use this one. Okay, here's your S&P.
There's the college try. There's that college try you're talking
about.
Here's
your S&P. Yep, Andre. Here's your S. Oh shit, we got 80% of Nasdaq folks long up here. 80%. And here's your high. Here's your settlement. I'll get short up here. Ooh, I just missed that. And I have to look at that delay. I'm frozen. See that?
Yeah.
And now I'm filled.
Nice.
If you are experiencing some rhythmic problems, please go to our website, talk to Wendy. Support's ready for that. We're trying to contact Rhythmic right now. So not everybody, but some.
I'm having issues too. This stuff can happen from the exchange too, guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It comes from a lot of different places.
Mm-hmm. That's what I try to explain today. So when you look at Topstep, you're like, damn it, why are you even working with these guys if you don't back them? I'm like, man, I don't know. Like
it ain't Topstep. It ain't Topstep.
There is issues that Topstep will have, but it isn't with platforms.
The trading platform. The trading platform ain't Topstep.
No.
Oh.
I know. But
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but then also the other plumbing that I talked about, it could be FCMs, it could be the data feed, it could be the order matching system of the back ends. I mean, I had the issues. I've said it 4 times today with shit. It's still showing strength, but I'm not getting out yet. Okay, guys, settlement from 2 days ago, right up here at the 23s. Both two highs right here at the 22s. We're short from the 12s. Little early.
Oh, you're in?
You got a position? Let us know.
I'm going to get out. I'm looking for a better entry. I'll take a better entry and still be okay to miss this. I was just short 12s, covered 13s.
Short 12s, covered 13s.
We're still staying firm. Show me a pop to make me feel like I got out of that position smartly.
Yep.
and not wanting to be rightly. We want to get it right. We don't want to be right. I remember some coach
Who said that? I like that.
Yeah, some coach told me that.
Pretty good.
Trust me. I have a professional coach for being an executive at Topstep. I've had a trading coach. I've had my own therapist, and then my wife and I have helped the relationship by getting good counseling. So you get. I love getting feedback from people because in the end, it's my decision. I've always been a trader, so it's like
that's right.
In the end, I'm the one who needs to convince myself. You don't convince me.
You're the lone wolf, and
all it comes down to here. Sell it. 22s off the highs. 20.
Sold. Get in there, Patak.
What are you in at?
22s. Look at that. 2 ticks off the high. Waited for that one.
That's an entry, folks.
Instantly 10 ticks. I like instantly 10 ticks plays. Doesn't mean this is going to be a play to stay. But I do like it out of the gate. I mean, who wouldn't like to be a couple ticks off the high? But look at this. It's testing because the market still shows strength. And you could be like, well, you're picking tops now. It's a rocket ship. What are they? Falling knife?
Stay strong. Stay strong.
What do you mean stay strong? Oh, me stay strong. I thought I thought you meant the markets. I'm like,
no, what? Come on.
Okay, see that rip? It just
trader.
It's rip and stops right now. Only 63% of folks are long. I'm out.
Out.
You're out. You flat.
It's like picking a bottom. It's either going to hit or not. I'm not going to sit here and find out. It's a low. I want to excuse me. I want it to be a low risk trade. And if I miss this, I miss this. I'm down $190. If I end the day down $190, I still feel good about the week. Let's go reset, Bonnie. We had that yesterday.
I'm sure the results aren't.
And we had it. Oh, here's another rip.
This rally.
Thank God I didn't get married to a position. Anybody that got married to a position all the way down there when we were getting the tilt folks who are so short in the S&P and the NASDAQ are literally, even if they're moving their stops, guys, we always talk about, do you move your stops? If you're short from down there, would you be moving your stops? I have before. Has it ever worked out?
No.
Maybe, but probability-wise, majority of the time, no. And right now, you would be taking a bloodbath in your personal brokerage account if you're like,
what a rally. What a rally.
50-50 right now, 50-50. Okay. So those longs got paid a bit.
Yes, they did.
I faded MP. I'm like, no problem, man. No problem. Because when I got short, somebody else got long because I was 2 ticks off the high. So basically, somebody else had to get long. Right? I mean, you have your stop runs. You're on the highs. $30s now. Where's the number up here? There's a number up here. Oh, the old high. Here you go, guys. 61s, 60s, 50s, 48s to 50s. 48s to 50s. 57% of you guys, when I say you guys, Topstep.
Yeah.
62% long.
Yep.
It's not a big number.
Still running.
NAS or S&P. Now let's talk about that. Right off settlement.
Yeah, up 7 points. Did the college try like you said. NASDAQ makes the first move, and S&P's follow.
If it's making new highs right now, I'm short. I'm short. The reason why I got short because look at S&P's came off settlement pretty hard. Mm-hmm. So they do move hand in hand. This is going to be a quick trade, and I could start to get chopped up. So I'm recognizing that right now.
What time is it? Okay, yeah, still have 20 minutes, 19 minutes till European close.
Look, it's sitting around here. It's sitting around here. It's sitting around here. I don't like it. This is where I feel as though it grows legs, and if it goes that way, it goes that way. See, just like that. This is where, like, time for a fire drill. BSJWK.
I got the number when you're ready.
Oh, snap.
We're on our highs right now, Jack. Let's just wait a second till we find a range here.
What was your entry?
Oh, I'm out. It was a good entry for the most part so far. And guys, right now, these are all signs, and that's why it's good to have a trading buddy. Because you guys have, I don't know if you guys have talked about me yet on my trading, but I feel as though I could start getting chopped up. It's Friday. You got your New Yorkers are going to start, the rich ones, the hedge fund movers are going to start thinking about warming up the helicopter to Hamptons.
Yep.
They stop moving markets.
Pretty much.
Your what's his name?
Ackman?
Well, you got Ackman too. I'm talking about billions. You ever watch that show?
Axelrod.
It's not Axelrod, is it?
Yeah, Bobby Axelrod.
Yeah, Bobby. Yeah. Yep. I mean, that show explains.
It did a decent, it did a pretty good job.
Did you guys know that Bobby Axelrod? I think
it was Bobby, right?
Yeah, I think so. His hedge fund in that show has a coach,
That's right.
therapist coach. So
tell him who that was. Yeah, tell him who that was made after.
It was made after, and I think she sued him. And don't quote me on this; you can look it up. Denise Scholl, she's a great training psychologist, but I think she consulted the show, and then I don't know, something like that.
How accurate is that show? Johnny Morgan wants to know.
There's some parts, there's some parts for entertainment. Here it is, back on our high. So if I was still short,
we're chugging, man.
If I was still short, I would not hit my profit target.
And that pullback, Roy Jenkins, that was the entry.
Yeah, Roy, you had a great entry.
That was the entry.
Congratulations, King Priest. Top Step just passed my first combine. Good job.
There you go. There you go. Hell yeah. We have a lot of these during the day. So, guys, if you need inspiration or motivation, or even to help improve your development as a trader, tune in, man. Tune in, or get free stuff. Free stuff that's going to help you. Yes, the free reset's done, but that's what we're going to be providing more. I don't like to give comping, yeah,
gifting.
Do
we have those results?
Well, we're trying to find a gap where we can jump in.
Oh yeah.
I'll jump in right now. As a matter of fact,
there we go.
What I'm going to do right now is I got the random number generator up, 1 to 10,000. I'm going to hit that button. It's going to generate a number, and then I will get to work seeing who has won this from the spreadsheet. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
All right. 3, 2. It's very Star Trek. 3, 2, 1. Generate. 2,938. Let me write that down.
2,938.
All right.
Jack, you're gonna do 50 of these?
No. I'm doing one, and then the people that are 50, the closest 50 people to it, and that's what I'll announce after the shoulder tap today.
What, within 25 variants to 25 variants, or like closest to it to?
I have their picks, so I will take the 50 people that are closest to it.
Right.
I'll announce what those numbers are.
Above and below, right?
Did someone nail it?
Yeah, just closest. I'll tell you guys when I come back after shoulder tap.
And if somebody did hit it exactly, you win both showcases. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Eddie, did you know my wife won the Showcase Showdown for Price is Right? She won a car. She won patio furniture, which she didn't like. I don't know, blenders and stuff like that. But then right when you're done with the show, they take you back there and go, yeah, you owe $7,000 for taxes. And they get a lot of people that's like, I don't have the money. And they're like, okay, well, great playing today.
Don't take the prizes.
But she sold the car to her mom for the tax bill, plus of course.
What kind of car was it?
It was a Fiat or Mini Cooper or something like that. One of those little small things. And she I tell her to watch this show, but she never does. She's like, I don't even have time. She's like, when she won, she just goes like this. You know when people go ballistic?
What kind of energy is that?
There was zero emotion at the end of the show.
I know a guy. Oh, sorry, Eddie, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, did you ever hear the story about this guy that watched it every day and broke it down and dissected it?
Saw that.
Knew every price of every item, and he eventually got on the show and was like nailing each price. He walked away with everything. I think he owns the show now.
Bob Barker. R.I.P.
God rest his soul.
He was awesome. All right, Jack, you have some time. We're pulling off our highs. We calmed down, I should say. That short I could have stuck with.
Issa.
That short I could have stuck with. 38 evens. I was short 31s. It did go down to 09s. I would have been filled on my 20 handles. So missed trade. That would have put me up for the day. I liked it because remember, guys, I liked it because here's your settlement right here, and it cruised through it. Sure. Here is your settlement right here for the S&P, which is still staying firm, but it pulled off the settlement initially. Of course, we're making new highs right here.
Yeah, we are. We're running.
But it did pull off this yesterday, 2 days ago settlement. I don't know. These are things to watch.
So, Jack, you wanted to? I'm sorry. You wanted to come in here and say something?
Oh no, I'm good. We moved on from that. I'll be back after shoulder tap.
Okay.
Cool.
Eddie, I just noticed your shirt.
Zeppelin, man.
I know.
It's my Friday casual. Don't get hit by a car sort of shirt.
I mean, I can see you from Colorado.
There you go. Swerve when you see me walking in the middle of the street, okay?
So buying the pullbacks is the strategy.
It has been, but again, we talked about the movers and the whales warming up the jets or warming up the things. These are the individuals that buy a bazillion of XYZ, and it's a stock in the S&P or something. This happens. So I don't know if that's even it. We just always talked about this in the pit that it gets really quiet. And Eddie, you've known this. If you're still trading towards the end of the day, you're probably not up on the week.
I was going to say, what does that mean? It's not good.
Typically, yeah.
You know what really was like, and I'd sit there and I'd watch it when somebody was doing that, trading all the way until the closing bell on Friday and not getting filled. And then what they would do, they would close the market and they would open it up for a minute, okay, in case anybody had any paper they couldn't get filled. And then whatever that price was at that point is what you got. You could see the despondent look in a lot of traders' faces when they're walking out of there in the closing bell, and they've been crushed. Yeah. So NQ above or below 14,890, 465 votes say 57% above, 42% below. Yeah, well, they never turned the machines back on until 2 hours later. Remember a few times with Deutsche Bank, at the end of the day, we'd tally up, I did 2,563 with you, and they'd be like, we only got 2,558. I'd be like, oh, man.
So then what happens?
You sit there and wait until the market opens up again. Yeah, you can't. I tell you, we'd sit there for a couple hours waiting for that market to open up again.
Okay, so poll results. Thank you, guys. I forgot all about that. 50. Can you go back? Well, what was that? 57%. Put the poll results, please, in the chat. Oh, they are. Above 57. Okay, so majority of you think it's 500-ish, 465. That think the markets are going to end higher than 890s. Now you have about 16. Now you have about 20 handles into your hypothesis or whatever. Hey, we're Roy. Real quick, Roy. That was a good entry.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me really quick what got you into that? Is it just because it was around settlement, or it was around the moving averages on the 5-minute? It was also around the moving averages on the 30. Picture of snowing.
I think Roy's been seeing it pretty well today.
I missed that short. I was short 31s. The high was 37s. 6 handles off the high. I'm down 190. To me, that's around a scratch day.
That's a scratch.
I'd like to say good morning to our good friend Fred Decker. He's just joining us.
What up, Fred?
He's looking at the balance here in the S&Ps today, and yes, no, Chicago Bears won.
Justin Fields is back.
I mean, the last two games, my gosh. Fruit of deeds. I accidentally made 2K on a 50K combine. What to do?
What you accidentally
made 2K. Do you know what?
Accidentally.
You shut it down.
Shut it down. Time to start the weekend.
See you Monday.
See you Monday.
You do not want to give that back. I know right now you're like, that was easy. I'm going to do it again.
No,
man, I've done that 100 times. And
yeah,
if you do it on a Friday and you bust out, then all you're thinking about all weekend long is the 2,000 you had. That then you ended up the day busting out on a daily loss limit because you're chasing trades and you're over trading. Blah blah blah.
Yep. Because accidents go both ways. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's a good 50% roll. You could do Alex goes 50% roll, where you walk away with a G and or a stack. What is it? A rack.
A rack's 10. Stack or yeah.
No, a rack's 1,000. A dime or a stack is 10K. We had Aisha try that one yesterday on the fly.
Dude, when she had the mustache on yesterday,
it's incredible.
That got me so good.
I know, like you guys are creative.
That was pretty good.
Spontaneous.
Okay. All right, we're stalling out a bit.
Oh. That doesn't mean that it doesn't want to continue.
No, it doesn't mean just digestion. Hogan called this digestion.
How much is a dime bag? Jeez.
What'd you say?
I don't know. I don't think you could get dime bags anymore, can you?
Oh, come on.
It's like in high school.
Do we have these talks after the European?
A dime bag of weed? No, here's $10. You get ditch weed or whatever it's called.
Yeah, a bunch of seeds.
You just go into the store now and get pre-rolls.
I know, it's seven.
You hear about these vending machines that are going to be hitting towns and cities and stuff? Vending machines with hooch and kush.
Oh, the Karens are going to freak out about that one.
Just because I'm in this forum doesn't mean I can't hear y'all.
Sorry. Back to the market.
Jack, it's legal here, and if I really wanted to put a poll out there in my poll, I would rather have somebody smoke that than a cigarette, because cigarettes, from what I understand, kill 400-some-thousand people a year. I'm
in line.
That's always been my little argument. Like, I haven't seen cannabis kill anybody, I think.
There's your PSA.
Yeah.
But so real quick here, Jack, you're going to email the winners, correct? Because Mr. Abbas has got to leave.
Yes, I will announce the numbers. I'm working on that now, but yeah, you good.
Wow, we pulled back to 99.
Yeah, we did. Was that another good entry?
Nothing was telling me that.
Yeah.
Look at the volume. The volume around there, just in the 5 minutes, you can tell there's really nothing around the 99. So, like, I would not have played that. I would have waited for the settlement or the point of control from yesterday, or even this area right here on my 30-minute 91s. But I mean, I guess you could have said, "I'm gonna." No, I would not have. It's showing some firmness. Smoke oxygen is better. I agree, Paul.
Smoke oxygen.
Well, hold on. I don't know. Is that some
there we go.
Generation whatever keyword for something? I want to start saying, yeah, I'd totally do that. It's just oxygen, right?
NASDAQ moves, smooth follow.
All right. Katarina just passed 100K combine. Way to go, Katarina. Woo!
Okay, we're staying strong.
Good job.
We're staying strong, and we're staying above settlement from yesterday. That tells me something. We had great economy news, but bad inflation or Federal Reserve decision making to the markets.
That's how it was initially interpreted, and then the market said, "No, these are good prices to get long from. This is value down here." in the grand scheme of things, and that's kind of what we've been doing here. Just this rally, impressive, must say. Close the gap. Old school textbook play today. Nice.
Hey, risky business, that happens. If you lose 150, if you get to the XFA, don't beat yourself up. You can quickly get back there. I wouldn't rush anything, but like there are a lot of people that get funded every day, and there's a lot of people that get busted out every day.
Yep.
There's a good handful of people that just start crushing it during the week or on there. Here we go.
Yep.
Here's another. And S&P guys is trying to catch up to this NASDAQ.
Yes, it is.
If you look at the 30-minute up here, it ripped through all these moving averages. Remember we were talking about earlier, like it's not even to the settlement. And now it's way above it.
Here we go.
52.48 to the short side on your NASDAQ and your S&P. Same. Look at your new highs right here. There's new highs in the S&P.
Yep, there we go.
So if I would have kept that 31s, I would have covered down there 20 handles at 11. There you go. Just
look at this thing. That could have been stops, maybe.
Stops. I mean, you see this rip. Watch my ladder, guys.
Yeah.
So if you want to pick a top, watch this. I'll pick a top. Boom.
Short squeeze, city.
And right now, I'm playing no reason whatsoever on this, but watch how stops do run. I don't need to teach you guys how Rob's losing money on stops running, but watch the stops run. Boom. There's a little one.
Yep. It's like I call it a vacuum. You just kind of see it.
Boom. Let's see that one. 46 quarters.
Yep. All these shorts are getting squeezed.
Yeah, they are. Go with the trend, Doug. Yeah, I know. I agree.
Sure.
We should have bought that pullback back there with Roy. Oh, we should have bought that pullback off the highs. But again, it went down to 99. I would have not have done it because I would have waited for 90. Sorry, it went down to 99s. I would have waited for around 91s. But sometimes the markets, when these obvious levels are there, it's kind of instinctual sometimes to see if you can get in a little bit for it because you're like, everybody knows that level.
I know. So you try to trade around the level instead of trade to the level.
Yeah, exactly.
We try. Sometimes you get too cute in this thing.
Yeah, and then sometimes you overthink it.
And sometimes you just got to trade like a caveman, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you got to trade the opposite.
Market goes higher, I get long.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's a big move off the highs. What was the highs?
NASDAQ just pulled off or something.
50 handles. It's already pulled off.
Woo.
Almost. So sorry, I was trading 50s up there. There's your 30 handles instantly. When I say it moves 30 handles, sometimes that's
those are
that is it's all pretty extended off. Wow, look at it's getting thin.
Yeah, it is.
There's some either players not playing and big players in here trying to get orders filled. Eddie, you remember that when you try to get you're just fill them at the market 1,000. What?
It basically the clue would be get it done. Just get it done.
Same price.
Same price.
Well, yeah, that's what a lot of that's what Deutsche Bank did, and they would take the worst price, and then I'd go to guys like Mike and I'd say, hey, take the better price on those that we did together, Yeah,
those are
they were cool with that.
Yeah,
those are really cool guys there.
Yeah, I turned to you. I turned to Hulk. I turned and be like, "Hey, lunch is on me," and they wanted the price. You had to honor the customer's price. Right. Customer goes, "Hey, I want them all filled at 80s," and they got long.
Well,
yeah.
You know what though? I mean, the guys honestly, the guys understood what a local had to do, and they're sitting behind a trade desk at Deutsche Bank, getting 6 figures, 7 figures. Farting around, putting trades in. I mean, they were honestly good people, the people I dealt with. And they would do that. I'd be like, I got a split price. I got 3 different prices. And they'd say, you know what, just give us all this price and then go tell the locals to have the better price. And it would be like that, and I mean, there was a lot of good people in, on the trading floor and traders and so forth. Hey, I remember one time when
Eddie, hold on 1 second. And then I want you. Biden is speaking right now. Alex said that. So there could be something he says. I mean, it's usually when the Fed speaks, it moves a little bit more, but go ahead, Eddie.
No, one time in the Deutschmark, when we had that $64,000 error, It was the remember we were talking about that the arbitrage, the hand signals,
Yep.
100 versus 1,000. Well,
Oh God.
the guy coming over from the Board of Trade shot an order in, and he wanted to on the CME it was 200. The what he told us, and everybody saw it, but.
Hey, do the R, Betty, on your.
Well, it would be. This was to sell 200. All right. Now on the Board of Trade, this is sell 2,000. Was that right? No, that was on the CME.
No, 2,000. 2,000's up on your head.
2,000's on your head.
Right, but see
This
that
is sell
was
200.
it. We took it as a 2,000 lot, and we're filling it. And I'm letting the guy know, hey, you got 400, you got 675, you got 800, you got 1,200. And he's looking at me like a stupid dog. He's looking back and forth at me. And I'm like, hey. He goes, what? This is a new guy. So we canceled. We stopped right there. I think we had maybe about 1,400 done. And it was Goldman and Morgan were both saying, buy them. But what was cool about it is, they knew it was a mistake. It was only supposed to be 200. So some of these guys, I mean, they did like maybe, let's say 600-700 contracts. They said, you know what? I can take half of them. I'll give you half of them back, which was pretty cool. You know, they didn't want to see it get burnt and then make the profit. So a lot of them just said, you know what? Hey, we did nothing, or I need to keep at least half of them because I covered them. So, that's what happens there, So, there was a lot of good. What the thing wasn't good was the $64,000 coming out of our error account.
The old error account.
It could have been worse. It could have been huge. Could have been $100K.
Yeah. Speaking of error, I double clicked on 54s down here, and then I quickly got out of it. 62. Thank God. Guys, we have an old settlement up here at 84. I think it's from Monday or Tuesday. What's up with the net? What's up with the S&P? Who's got highs up here?
We're running, man. This is just running.
Look at this.
You got a ways to go before you get back to the October 3rd high. So, but it's been known to do. Here's a 43 lot right here, 73.75.
Fill them. Fuck. That on the bid.
Yeah, right on the bid.
Oh, they're hoping they get filled on that now.
They had a 200 that flashed in there right before. So there's technical analysis, folks, which is still appropriate and for trading. I don't rely totally on it, but I do like settlements. I do like weekly highs and lows. I do like yesterday's highs and lows, overnight highs and lows. Those are kind of like the guardrails so far for the week or the day. If we were to stay range bound, those would be your extreme areas where you'd want to play around those. Leon lost my express funded account. It does suck. I got busted out last week for like, I don't know, $4,000. That does suck.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I mean, you've been there, done that. You know how to get to that funded account again.
That's right.
That's half the battle. They make you stronger.
Yeah. I want to get short right now.
Short. I know you want to get short. I want to get short. I see it.
I'm down. I made that mistake, added $290 more to my day. Now it's not a scratch day. A 200 plus or minus is around a scratch day. Okay, what levels are up here? Come on. We got settlement of 85s. I'm going to play this settlement play just really, really quickly.
What settlement? What's the price real quick?
85s from a few days ago.
Cool.
No, is it? Hold on. No, highs of, a few days ago.
85.
August 3rd, 85s. Cool. If it even tests up here. Okay, I'm out. Quick banger. Back in.
Let's get it.
85s. I'm playing the October 3rd settlement. Don't like it. Yeah, I could get shaken out right now, but those are small. Oh, look at this.
My
Keep
God.
rising lots.
My God.
Quick little low risk trades. It is. Maybe it's not like, hey, you hold for your stop and your target every time, but I'm not totally convicted on that trade. So now it's trading 85s again. It was just went to 89s. I won't say anything. That means nothing still to me. But I do like, okay, over here again, you guys can't see it, but where my line is right now is October 3rd settlement is 85, but also October 3rd's high is around the 08. Sorry, not the 08. There was a little range that it formed at the 08. And then the high of that day was 27. So 08s to 27s, like in that little region, could be a good play. And I'm saying that because it's October 3rd's overnight high. What time is that? The 3 a.m. Okay, so it's trading 92s. It's not even slowing down. Pullbacks are pretty light, but tilt guys, nothing, man. 60% long Nasdaq, 45% long S&P. So there's a little indecisiveness coming up here.
Volume's been light. Volume's light.
Volume is light. Yeah, you can see that too.
Yeah. I was going to say those numbers are probably very, very light also, since it being Friday.
Yep.
Almost near 12 o'clock noon.
Yeah. Okay, so 54% of you said long above 890 ends a day. So far, you got 100 ticks of cushion.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. But we've seen many times before. There has been times before when you leave at the end, when you leave early on Friday, where it's just like you come in on Monday, like, how to trade. I saw you're like, it was incredible.
Yeah, that's when the FOMO kicks in.
Yeah, majority of the time it's not.
No, it's not. Hasn't been a bad trade today. I wish I tried fading the bull and I got the horns.
Yeah.
It happens. But yeah, I think this trade's been pretty good. Oh yeah.
All right. You know what? We've got about 20 to 11, and we've got Mick coming up here for shoulder tap. But Andre, I will release you to the weekend.
For the day? For the weekend? Okay.
You have done a fabulous job for us today. I'm looking forward to having you next week.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Eddie. Michael, say the same thing. Wow.
Always a pleasure. And we got many folks that I saw in here saying, being a fan of Andre's commentary, contributor, as a contributor coming on here.
No, I'm kidding. I appreciate it.
Let's get you back on for some fast market beginning of the day stuff here soon.
Yep, I'll see you guys Monday. Thanks to all the viewers. Thanks to everyone. That was a lot of fun. Very good. Let's keep trading. This market's moving, so I'll get out of the way and don't fade the bull.
Yeah, I know.
Trade the bull.
Later, guys.
Right on our highs. Right on our highs right now. Was it Nick's trade or? Yeah, you're right. Monday's highs are up here at the 50, 60 area. The 47 area was a college try to do that same time on.
I think we're seeing this rally because of these treasury yields.
The 44 half or 50 area was this week's high on Monday, and then you had the day after's high of 29s, and then the day that same day settlement was 86s. So it's pushing past October 3rd settlement. It's getting closer to October 3rd's high. And then October 2nd, which is Monday, is 44. So, I mean, if it keeps ripping through all that, man, look at this spike up on a 30, 30, 30.
Well, you got to remember, too, these U.S. Treasury yields, I mean, highest levels in over a decade. I think that's sort of the fallout here.
Yeah.
All right, we got Mick in the wings on the on deck circle. We're going to take just a few seconds here and bring Mick in.
Happy Friday.
Oh, good to have you here. And I tell you, getting some action here. Markets are looking very, very active right now. But on a Friday, too, I mean, making some good moves.
Yeah,
Hopefully our traders.
Lows.
Yeah, hopefully our
I heard
traders
Michael
would make
wants to
some
be
good
short.
moves.
Yeah, I was picking tops right there. Really short, really like light. 57%, 58% longs. Longs up here. We talked about the 20s. Still making new highs. Still making new highs. It just, if you're picking tops, you're getting either really hurt on. Wow, look at the 18s just traded all the way up. Four handles, 5 handles through swiftly.
This is one of those rallies you might not want to stand in front of because it's just got so much upside momentum right now.
But then what's funny is right when you start saying that and looking at that, and then it's like, nope, it was a great time. But, you know, I agree with you. I'm looking at the charts right now.
Just a big tail. Everybody's dogpiling in right now.
Yeah.
So, Mick, what do you got for us today?
Well, boards looked a little bit better this morning before this rally up from the lows, I'll say that. Traders in live accounts and the express funded accounts, it's getting a little bloody out there on the boards behind me.
Well, I see green right over your shoulder.
Yeah, there is a lot of green. There's a lot of green, no doubt. But that's because we've got tons of traders. So I think what you're seeing right now is the people that are up on the day, up on that black board behind me. But,
Can you filter that really quick to show people that there's also people down on the day?
Yeah, if you don't mind me turning my back.
Yeah, no problem. I just want people to see some transparency here that, like, we're not only going to share people that are up. There are, boom, watch this. Keep going.
A little tough to see. What is nice to see, though, despite there's a lot of red back there, if you notice, for anybody that could actually see that, those green bars were a lot bigger than the red bars. So the P&Ls that we do have that are green, much bigger than the losses, fortunately. So
that's good.
That's good. Yeah, but I saw a lot of people that were having a pretty good week today turn their week from a winning week into a losing week. This is something we talk about. Fridays, you want to preserve the capital that you earned Monday through Thursday. So that's always tough for me going into the weekend, seeing traders that have worked really hard, made good decisions during the week, only to give it back, sometimes more than they had made during the week. So that's always a tough pill to swallow. Speaking of tough pills to swallow, yesterday I talked about one of our traders in a live account, Samuel G. And I had mentioned that he was down about 3,000 on the day. This is the guy that he had one winning day in his live account and 11 losing days, all of $3,000 on the losses. So he had that one $22,000 winning day. He risked over $3,000 yesterday, or lost a little over $3,000 yesterday, left his account balance with like $42 in it. He busted this morning. So that was tough for us to see over here in the office. Brett and I really liked what he was doing with his express funded account. He was knocking it out of the park, and then came to a live account and something changed. We weren't able to get a hold of him at all this week, and he lost the account, unfortunately. So that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Also, I had talked about Levani yesterday, one of our traders who was up 16,000 on the day, ended up down 3,000. He's not trading today. But there was another guy, Charles, who I gave a shout out to, who was up 15 grand yesterday. He also fell into a big swing off his P&L highs for the day. And this was a tough one because this was, again, it wasn't a $19,000 swing like Levani, but he had a $15,000 swing yesterday. He was up 15 grand on the day. went to being down 2,000. Then I saw him up 3,600, and then he ended the day down 500 on the day. Happy to say he's up a couple bucks today, a couple grand right now, but this is money management and not working out. It's not money management. It's a lack of money management. You can't be up 15 grand and walk away with nothing on the day. You got to walk away with something.
What was this coming into the day on the 15 grand up 16 whatever? What was the account balance?
He's over $30,000 in his account balance, so he's got a good, healthy account. But 15 grand, that's a lot of money on a $100,000 trading account. You know, it's a big percentage. Our traders shouldn't be having that large of swings. I know I've mentioned it, but for people who didn't hear me say it before, you know, if you're up significant money, 15,000, 16,000, it's significant money on the day. It's your job to walk away with a certain percentage of that. You know, take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. If I'm up 10 grand, I should walk away up at least 5 grand. As you get bigger, significant profits, you should increase that percentage of what you're keeping. You know, maybe if you're up 10, it depends on the trader, because everybody's, you know, a big significant day is different for everybody. But if a big day for me is 10,000, I need to walk away up 5 grand, worst case scenario. If I'm up, if you know, 10 grand is a significant day for me, but I find myself up 20 grand one day, I should probably be thinking about keeping even a larger percentage of those profits. You go from make sure I walk away with half of it to let's make sure I walk away with 2/3 of it or 3/4 of it. You know, if I'm up 20 grand, I should be stopping at up 15 grand. Call it a good day, and move on. Don't stick in there and continue trading and giving your money back.
I like that advice. Who do you got for trade cards? Trade reports? No, trading cards.
Thanks for asking. Franley M. Let's pull Franley up if we could, please.
It's a new one, right? We got a new one.
Franley's a new one. And,
right.
I like the picture.
Somebody lives in a ballpark.
Bucket list. I want to get there. Never been there in person.
Yankee Stadium?
Yes. I want to get there.
I was there when Cal Ripken, his last game at Yankee Stadium. I know he was an Oriole, but they had this big thing for Cal Ripken, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked watching him. Speaking of Cal Ripken, we talk about base hits. Cal Ripken, one of the best in the business on base hits. Just great hitter. He was fun to watch, even though I wasn't a big Orioles fan.
I used to say Chipper Jones, but Eddie corrected me and said he was hitting a lot of home runs. But Cal Ripken, he was a base hitter.
Cal hit a lot of home runs too. But yeah, I mean,
Ichiro.
Yeah, you know, I mean, somebody that's got a nice lifetime 300 plus average, you know, it's slapping the ball. You know, they just base hits.
Oh, these names are bringing me back to my childhood. Michael Chipper Jones, he was one of my favorite players. I was actually a bigger Braves fan when I was younger than I was a Cubs fan. That whole team was awesome. Great pitching on it too. But let's go back to Franley, because I am really excited to share that we called her up to a live account yesterday. Fabulous statistics, averaging $1,000 a day, 82% winning days. We didn't see anything from this trade report that we would say, you know, could have done this differently, could have done that differently. She also had a 7-day winning streak. Now I didn't write down the value of what that 7-day streak was, but she did really well. She's going to be starting in her live account with about $12,000. One thing I want to note here too, and actually this is Brett who brought this up earlier this morning when we were talking about who we were going to feature. What he really liked, and I completely agree with him, is Franley's in 150K accounts, so she can lose up to $3,000. She only had 2 losing days in this express funded account of hers. Each one of them was right around the $800 mark. So this is discipline. This is someone who has the ability and leash to lose more, but is focusing on the trades and getting out where she thinks is right, and not saying, oh, I'm going to try and turn my $800 losing day around. I want to get back to zero. She's like, no, my trades didn't work in the market today. I'm cutting it off at 800, walking away, come back another day. And we really like that. So Franley, if you're watching, bring that attitude to the live account, which will be starting next week. So really excited for Franley. I like having, being able to call up a girl too, because this is a business that's, a lot of guys. So when I see a female doing really well, I'm excited about that too. So good for you, Franley. I look forward to working with you more closely. Next, if we could pull up Woo.
Mick, I've always learned female traders are better than male traders from what I've heard. And if you can look it up, they have a better job of managing their emotions while trading.
I remember hearing that prior to even being with Topstep. Better decision making, more reasoning, and I know that was something that we at Topstep were talking about a few years ago. We were trying to, get more female interest in this business, and that's a fact that women can make better decisions in trading than men.
Right.
At least that's what the statistics say, but I don't disagree with that one bit. I worked for a very, very successful woman, Linda. Shout out to you, Linda. Would love to have you on the show sometime if you're watching right now.
Linda Rasky, right? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Rasky, just an incredible, talented trader. Yeah. She could smoke the best of them from what I've always seen. And you got to work with her closely. You were filling trades, or what exactly did you do for her?
I was doing execution for her fund, the Granite Fund, and I learned a lot from her. I heard you talking about technical analysis. She was big on the technicals. I learned a lot from her. Very fortunate for that opportunity, and I haven't talked to her in a while, so I'm gonna have to give her a call. I hope she's doing well.
I think she's mad, Mick, because we stole you from her.
She hasn't talked to me in years.
I can't. Well, she did come on. I did an interview with her one time years ago, but I joined Topstep.
She was on the broadcast
after she retired for the second time around.
Right.
I know she's still trading though, despite being retired. But yeah, she was great. She was featured on New Market Wizards in that book. That's why we called her the Wiz, because she's one of the New Market Wizards.
Yeah, her name
fabulous track record too. But enough about her. Let's talk about Woo. Woo is in an XFA. He's taking 1 or 2 trades a day, which is awesome. I don't know if it's because he's only got a window of time that he's doing it. And actually, I know that's not the case because he's trading all throughout the day, or not trading all throughout the day. His trades take place at different times throughout the day. But what I love most about this 1 to 2 trades a day, it's not because he doesn't have the time. It's because he's super selective. And the more selective you are with your trades, the better results you're going to have in your trading, in my strong opinion. I think for all those traders out there who go on cold streaks, I have, Michael has, Eddie has, Brett has, JD in here. Everybody goes through cold streak periods. When you're on a cold streak, like some of the traders, some of our funded traders that I talk about, be very selective. I remember speaking to Linda when I was trading. I was on a cold streak. She goes, you get 1 trade a day.
Yep. High probability trade too, right?
High probability trade. I hear traders talk about, it was a grade A setup. It was a grade B setup. F that. You're only taking grade A setups. You don't want to take shots at the market.
Especially if you're on a cold streak.
Michael, trying to short the rally up.
Yeah, 100%. No, I'm down 500 on the day. And yesterday I was carving it up, and today I was doing okay. And then I even said in here, Mick, and I don't know if you watched me trade on your wrist board. I even said I'm kind of loser winner. I'm like, man, it's Friday. I'm setting myself up to be chopped up.
Right.
And so far I have after that. Not bad.
Yeah. I'm just talking a little shit to you, Michael. I know.
No, this isn't shit. This is constructive feedback.
Yeah, it is.
Ballsy. Stupid, but ballsy.
So Woo, really strong trading, 1 to 2 trades a day. We have our eyes on him. We really like what he's doing. Super selective. He's profitable. He's coming off a 7-day winning streak as well, just like Franley. he takes very little heat on his trades too. If you look at his P&L lows for the day, there's virtually no P&L lows, which tells me awesome trade location. And that's what happens when you're, good trade location, very selective with your trades. You're not going to be taking heat. You're definitely going to have losing trades because we're all wrong from time to time. But he hasn't been on the wrong side of the market thus far in his express funded account.
It's nice to see that he's being selective at times that he's trading. He's, and you think your comment there, strong traders so far. So good stuff with Woo. Nice.
Hey, speaking of all that, man, have you seen this rally is rallying. This is a vicious 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 90-minute straight up one direction rally.
Didn't you scalp a contract there on when it jumped? Did you scalp a contract today?
Yeah. And while Mick was just talking there, I picked another top that didn't turn out to be a very good pick. So now
all the indices are strong right now, and
this is uncanny.
We're only S&P's only 20 points from the high of the week right now.
Wow.
And we're way more than 20 points off our low of the day today. Incredibly strong. This is where if you're not in the trade right now, it's probably a little too late to hop in on the longs, but definitely don't want to stand in front of this freight train.
No.
So Anatoly. I'd like to talk about Anatoly. Anatoly also got called up to a live account yesterday, just like Franley. Anatoly he was on an 11-day win streak. He's regularly paying himself, and he's just been trading really, really great. You see it up there, 100% winning days, 11-day streak, flawless, as they would say in Mortal Kombat.
I thought they said finish him.
They say that too.
Get over here.
But yeah, Anatoly is finishing. He's finished him. He's finished his express funded account with a flawless victory, and now he'll be going into a live account. So hopefully he can keep that high percent winning days in the live account. Something else that I was talking with Brett about with Anatoly this morning is he's got to be a little bit careful, though. This is out of Brett's mouth. He's kind of playing a dangerous game. If you remember me talking about Franley, one of the other traders that were pulled up to a live account yesterday, same as Anatoly, she only had those two $800 losing days in this 150K account. Anatoly's in a 150K account as well. But we have seen some P&L lows from him that are close to that 3,000 mark. Notably a $2,600 day that he was fortunate enough to turn around to basically scratch, ended the day up $17. But, it's a dangerous game. I'm happy it worked out for him that day, but if you find yourself doing this regularly, those days always don't turn around to be positive or scratch days. So that's a little dicey, but again, we were trying to find some area for improvement on Anatoly, but these numbers speak for themselves. 100% winning days, averaging just shy of $1,300 a day.
Nice. Hey, Mick, can I ask you a question? Question from YouTube here. Barack was asking, what's the benefit of the live account? We've got the express funded account. We've got the live funded account.
Well, I think all traders should have their sights set on participating in the live markets and being a part of the real auction process.
Right.
Being a market maker or a market taker. Our program, Topstep, it wasn't designed to have people trading in sim forever. We want to give people a great opportunity with the trading combine. We want to let them work on their strategies, learn, and if they have any failures, have that be in a safe environment. But the ultimate goal is to be a real market participant, and we don't want our traders trading in sim forever. We want to move you. We want you to graduate to the live account with us here and participate in the live markets. Everybody in a live account gets the risk phone number, the risk line. we're here. Brett and I are talking to traders throughout the day, inbound and outbound calls, and we're helping them with money management. We're keeping an eye out. So, we do that with people in the express funded accounts as well. But we really have a strong focus on our traders that are trading the live money. So that's where you want to be. You want to be in the elite group of traders that we have here at Topstep, and you want to be a real market participant in the auction process.
Right. I mean,
it should be everybody's goal to go live.
Right.
Oh, 100%. That's why when we talk about other companies only doing sim, other companies that don't talk about trading, other companies that do raffles, other companies that do all these flash crazy stuff, have a billion accounts that you can cop. That's not developing, in our opinion, here at Topstep. It's not developing a trader. This is developing a trader, and any trader that kicks ass. You do not, unless you want to just be video game, type of trader. You're like, well, I get paid to play the video game of the markets. Sure. But become a pro at this. Mick, you talk about people that on the live account that you open up and then that are just crushing it. Mm-hmm. And if you're always on sim and you're doing awesome, at other companies, maybe you won't get brought up. I don't think a lot of people even bring people up to the live account. We do. Mick comes on here and talks about it. We always have since 2010 when we started with a prop firm only, because we're traders and we're a prop firm that's for the benefit of the prop firm is to bring talented traders onto the prop firm accounts and trade.
Yes,
so that's why we do what we do.
And to add one more big piece to that question, and it's a great question. Most traders have big aspirations, and if you're one of those people, not everybody does, but if you're one of those people that has big aspirations, you want to open up your own prop firm, you want to manage a hedge fund, you need a track record, and nobody's going to, you need a live account to produce and show a track record. You're not going to get people that want to invest in a fund or be part of your fund if you have no track record. In a live account, you can do that. So if you've got big eyes and a big appetite and you have aspirations in this industry, that's what you need to be doing, period. Do I still have you guys?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Eddie to say something.
Oh, okay. No, I it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Mick, I tell you, do you want to stay in the minor leagues your whole career, or do you want to go up to the pro ball? Do you want to really see? I mean, the thing is, if you went on your own, you'd have to have the quality of the education and knowledge to trade live. Mm-hmm. So, it's a graduation. It's a graduation.
It really is. That should be everybody's goal, to get called up to a live account.
Pro account. Yeah, other companies might call it live account. Those companies are going to get some type of hey, you're misleading. It's not a live account. It's not. Mm-hmm. Unless the orders go to the live exchange, unless real capital is on the line, unless you for the CME, unless you have a tag 50 that the company, hey, just ask them. What tag do you guys fill out? Tag 50s? Do you give them all the information to have them set up your account? Excuse me. There are definitely companies that do this, and they're great. But there's other ones that are just I don't know, skirting the real concept and the spirit of what when we started this whole concept. The spirit of this whole concept of evaluating and funding traders is to evaluate them, get them in a spot where they're consistently being profitable while being disciplined, honing their strategy, creating a strategy, and if they do that, then they go to a funded account. And if they kick ass at the funded account, they're trading at our prop firm. That is a trajectory. That is a professional trajectory, not a video game player trajectory. And we talk about it all the time, the traders that come up to here. So live orders, live exchanges, trading like a professional trader. Hey, mom and dad, significant other, guess what I am? I'm a professional trader. Put it on your LinkedIn. This is after you take profits. I would not do that until you take profits. I didn't call myself a trader until I actually put on my W-9 profession, occupation, trader, And then because I had such a profitable year, then I'm like, okay, now I'm a trader. So.
Right.
And that was a rude awakening when you have, your first winning year, and then you're like, oh, and you already know it's coming, but like having to pay the taxes on everything, it's like you take your trading profits out, you got a nice beefed up bank account, and then you have to write those checks to the IRS.
Well, you can take, just so everybody knows, and I'm not a CPA, but I know how I was advised is you can take your trading losses from the prior year against your profits to help that next year that you're profitable. And you guys do not quote me on this. This is hearsay, just to cover my ass. But like that's all. That's what my CPA told me. And then the other thing my CPA said is if you go to continuing education towards your trade, not your trading, towards your trade, your actual occupation that you're trying to do, trade school or whatever, you can write off educational cost.
Yeah,
that
100%.
is again. I did not say this because I don't know anything, but it is something that I heard through the grapevine.
Michael's correct on both counts, and like he said, though,
well, no, we
not
can't
a CPA.
we can't. Yeah, we can't say that.
Go
because,
talk to a tax professional. But regarding the continued education, I did that. I took classes here with the CME. I also paid $9,000 for a mentor, and I was able to write that off in entirety. So long story short, you may talk to your CPA, be able to write off your trading combines, your resets as education, experiential education in the markets. I'm not a CPA. I would talk to a CPA and I would find that out, because if you spent X amount of dollars on this and you lost some money in your personal brokerage account, and the next year or here at Topstep you made $100,000, you could keep more of that $100,000. And guys, you have to pay taxes. I don't care unless you are in a different jurisdiction or country, but we're in the States. So that's while we're on the topic, worth noting for all of our traders that are taking payouts, because we are now seeing payouts increase significantly. We've got good traders here at Topstep. We've got a lot of people taking a lot of money out. For those of you that are taking the payouts, open up a second account, checking, savings, whatever. Take 30% of everything that you're making or you're taking in payouts out of your trading, put it in that account and forget about it until you got to write checks in the springtime.
Well said, Mick. Anything else?
No, I'm going to get back to my day. It was nice having your company here this morning, guys. Thanks so much for having me on.
Before you go, I'm going to go with you because we're top of the hour. Right, Jack?
You're 9 minutes over top of the hour, but I'd stay here another 2 hours.
Heater, MP. Perfect.
Free content. What do they call it when you go to O-team, overtime in football or basketball? In football, free football. Free football.
Free football. Let me do something real quick. I'll replace UMP with me, and then I'll announce the winners, and we'll go on. So give me 1 second here.
Crew Trader had a question. Only LLC or personal. The thing is, if you do the LLC, you have to be the only one on the account. Can't have a group. If that's what your question was.
I think that's correct. Mick, do we I know we have LLCs that aren't individuals that we then back, but
yeah, we have people put their LLC as the
sub account trader.
Yeah, so you can do that, but if you're going to do something like that, I can't stress enough. We are not the people to be talking to about that. You need to talk to your tax professionals about that.
Yeah, this is when the disclaimer comes in. So we said it verbally. We don't have anything in writing, but this is a shelf life of forever, this video. And we're saying right now, talk to a tax professional, because these are things that we've heard. And what you hearsay doesn't always mean fact, nor do we call that fact.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jack, Eddie, and Mick, I'm going to go with you out the door. Mick.
All right.
All right. Well, have a good weekend, MP.
Enjoy.
I'll come on
guys.
with Eddie right now to take this home. Eddie, how are you doing?
I'm. You know what? I'm happy. It's the end of the week and one of my favorite days, Friday. Yes. Yes, and we've got some freebies that we're going to be handing out here right now.
Yes. Before we leave, as I've seen many people asking, they want to know who won. Well, let me tell you as much. The winning number was 2,938. The person that came closest, this is just for funsies. I'll name this one person, then I'll say the range. The person that came closest guessed 28.99, and that was Dustingo was their YouTube name.
Oh, way to go, Dustingo.
All right, and I will write this in the chat first. You can ramp for a second just so people can see it. I'm going to put the range of people that won, and you will be getting an email if that is the case. Here we go.
Good job. I like that.
It also can't emphasize enough. Talk to your tax professionals about that.
Make sure that you check your email because there will be a PDF file in there of a grilled cheese sandwich. We're giving a grilled cheese sandwich away with every free reset.
Oh no, there's 50 winners. So what I'm doing now is typing out the range of the 50 closest, and I will say them out loud now and then post. So that was one winner. That person definitely won. But now I told you, remember the numbers. You'll be getting an email if you won either way. But the number range of the people that won the competition, they guessed between 2,345 and 3,526. So for the record, there were 616 people that entered, and it is 2,345 to 3,526. I will be sending you an email later today. What if you forgot the number? Well, then you'll probably still get the email because I have your numbers. All right. So with that, Eddie, do we want to show the hot streaks real quick, or just head into the weekend?
Yeah, let's give some people credit. Let's post them up here real quick. Jim Carlton says, Eddie, have you had Fridays as a good trade day? I try to stay away from Fridays as much as possible. Today would have been a great day to trade, but that's not my priority. So I hope I answered your question. And wait a minute. You we got to have the. Oh man.
What happened?
I wasn't.
Oh, the music.
I wasn't ready.
You can do that for the funded P&L. Oh wait, okay. Let's do this fancy thing again, real quick.
Streak. All right, Dino. Dino L. 150K account. 20 days. Where was he yesterday?
Oh, I have a note about this. So here's the interesting thing. When we pull this data, it's in a big database, as you would. And what we found out is we have to pick how far we're looking back to find people. Data people might find this interesting. So people in the real world don't trade every day back to back. So there's a delicate dance between finding people that are done with the streak. So in Dino's case, we extended the time period back and found that he has had 20 winning days with much gap between those trading days. So that's why he's new to the list.
So we had to go backwards.
Okay, I'm surprised you had that. Okay.
20 days, that's the new record. All right. Massimiliano, 150K. 16 days, 6,000. That's a 6, right? 6,148. Excuse me. Jonathan, 150K, 15 days, 1,267. Luis P's been on there, and with 1,341, 15 days, and some Vantana has been on there, 14 days, 1,704. So if you noticed, we used to have like everybody was a 50K account, except for one. Now everybody's 150K account, except for one. So that's something also that I've noticed.
That is some data. So with that, Eddie,
yes,
are you ready to sign off for the weekend?
I'm ready to sign off. Yeah, I'm going to go get the wife some lunch. I think I'm going to go to Noodle Company I like their Japanese pan noodle dish. Oh, that's so good.
Noodles for all. Everyone else out there, go get yourself some noodles this weekend or whatever makes you happy. We'll be back. We'll be back next week on Monday, 8 a.m., just per usual. And Eddie, why don't you sign us off?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for the love, and I hope that we gave you just as much love back. Stay healthy, stay safe, and...
No, that'll be all. Just be sure to lock the door behind you on your way out. Good night.
Good night.